Welcome to the 1991 Grand Final EDFL, Vermont versus East Burwood. I'm John Stafford, and with me is Stephen Trask.
Good afternoon, one and all. Here we are at the lovely Bayswater football ground for yet another Grand Final at Vermont are in. The conditions today, Doctor, sort of overcast and a bit of wind favouring that far end, the mini-mix concrete sign down there.
Ground's not as heavy as the previous 2 weeks of the finals.
It has dried out, even albeit bar that large shower we had in the half-time interval of the reserves game. What a sensation that was.
Reserves game or the shower?
The shower. It was like, mentioning the reserves game, it was a sensation.
Well, we'll be back here, of course, next week because the reserves tied with North Ringwood, and that was a great final quarter. I think Vermont ended up kicking 1-6, probably cost them the game.
And a poster, I think there was, Doctor, yeah.
I think, in fact, there was 2 posters.
Was there? That's big ones?
Anyway, this is the big one, and it's Vermont's side is as selected. No change from last week on the drubbing against North Ringwood.
They showed a lot more form last week. They were first to the ball, more purposeful. Had a red-hot crack all day. If they can do it again today, they're going to be a good chance to win this game.
Well, they couldn't play as bad as the last half of the second semi, failing to score. Well, all's in readiness. East Burwood are packed in together there. Last-minute talks, the prep before the start of the first quarter. Vermont, as I said, in position. They look cool, calm and collected in the rooms at half-time of the reserves game. Yeah,
they're all just there going about their business, getting their ankles and pieces and whatever taped up ready for this game. Very quiet, purposeful look about them all.
Mind you, I think most of them would be pretty well used to the scenario set for a grand final it's on a Sunday this year, but everything's as per usual, I'd say.
Yeah, well, they're at full strength, apart from Doritzi, who we know broke his leg in the second semi-final. Saw him hobbling around before. Would have been in there at the start of the game to wish the players all the best, and it's a shame he's not out there. But
and we'll send a special cheerio to David.
Will we?
Yes, I think we should.
Hello, David. Hope you get well soon.
Okay. We have special comments today. Peter Ritchie was supposed to be calling up here. Kelvin McDonald maybe, and definitely Barry Cadwallander.
Yes, it's Barry's out for the big day. We've yet to see him appear in the finals this season, but he's out with vengeance today. All in readiness for the start of this grand final. Umpire Chew, who has the Channel O haircut, has the ball in his hand at the moment. Just conferring with Gary as to whether the teams are ready to play. He's signalled all clear, and I think we're about to get underway.
Any positional moves?
I can't see any yet, Dr. J, but the siren's sounding, and here we go, the first bounce of the 91 Grand Final. And McCormick picks up from the ruck, gets on the right foot, kicks short and finds Tudor. He received that heavy knock last week, but has shown no effects. He's kicks on his right, kicks long with the advantage of the breeze, looking for Oakman, but it's down there in the forward pocket. Down there, just trying to pick up the crumbs. I just can't see it from here, but it's been shovelled out of bounds, and there will be a throw-in in Vermont's forward pocket on the right-hand side. The ruck work, Wolf's in the ruck down there against Spencer. Spencer wins the knockdown, but hits it straight to Wolf. Bustles along the ground. Bain tried to get the handball out, but who's got that free? 27, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Bowie.
Bowie kicks on his right from the back pocket up to the back flank for East Burwood, and
Sutherland.
Finds Sutherland there, yeah. The strong mark fell over, but his own player sort of initiated that. He's picked up the ball again. Kicks on the right, out to the centre wing. Carl's in the box seat there, but Deer punches away. Dwyer for Vermont picks it, but it's dispossessed. Comes back onto the ground again. Oh, yeah, picked up there by the Vermont player who's collared high around the neck. I think it was McCormick again, second touch in 2 minutes. Kicks left-footed down towards the centre-half forward. Place a good mark taken by Laurie Deer there, running down with his opponent. I think he's playing centre-half back, but he followed his man down there and took a strong mark. The ball not being given back to him directly has resulted in a 15-metre penalty, which brings him to the true centre-half forward position, and I believe he should be able to get the distance from there, Doctor.
Yeah, it's reasonably dry where he's kicking from. I think it's a bit sandy there, but he'd be 45 metres out, directly in front.
I think there's a 2-degree angle, but we'll stay with directly in front. Kicks on his right foot, a wobbly drop punt. Just sneaks in though, I think. The crowd like it, and there's the 2 fingers up. First score for this game. Vermont 1 goal, no behind 6 points to East Burwood yet to score. I think they would be kicking with the advantage of a couple of goal breeze.
Yeah, that goal came up in the... Well, that was the scoring in, I believe, in the reserves. Was it not, Warren? 3 or 4 goal breeze. Thanks. Thanks for that, Stephen.
We just had a nice weather report from Will Bailey down there. Good to see Will back. That's what I'm looking at. Ball's bounced again. Leeds wins the ruck, but it's snaked there by the East Burwood player who kicks up again to...
Story.
What's your story? Story kicks wide across the ground.
McInerney.
And McInerney, Neil Reid's favourite player for East Burwood, has his kick. I didn't see what happened then. There must have been shepherding.
It was a shepherd, Stephen, and it'll be a kick. I think it was paid as within 5 metres of the play, but it's a free kick to Duncan Ford, and that's Mossy's man. And he's at centre forward, and he's having a direct shot.
45 metres out. Well, would it be 35?
He is. It'll be 40 to 45. He's a good kicker. He's hails from Forest Hills. A strong player for East Burwood. Kicks, it's going to fall short. Leeds will take the mark in the last line of defence. And he'll send a play down the left half back. I think, no, the Leeds are coming from Moss on the right, the members' side. He's undecided as he kicks left-footed towards Moss. The target is Moss. Shepherded out of the road by Featherstone. Was that Spencer?
Spencer nearly took the mark, but he got one over the shoulder and gets a free kick.
He's awarded that free kick. Approximately 55 to 60 metres out. He's going to kick it long. The leads are forthcoming from East Burwood, but it's going to be a long bomb. It falls short, and the mark is taken by Lincoln's. This is second grand final.
Short pass to Matthew Edwards, who kicks a wobbly right foot kick. It goes out too wide, and I think that found number 9 over there, who is Keneally. Keneally goes short, but Moss intercepts there beautifully at centre forward. Featherstone comes in and tries to soccer off the ground, grabs hold of McCormick, but he gets a handball away, giving the advantage to Cameron Bain, who kicks on the right foot wide to the flank and finds Big Laurie Deer again. Takes a second strong grab and gets dealt with after the mark, so we'll get another 15-metre penalty. He kicked our first goal.
Actually, Laurie Deer is definitely on the forward line as he looks for Oakman. The ball's punched away and it'll go out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Half forward flank, Vermont. I tell you, Cameron Bain's come into it a bit last week, and we're expecting a big game from him today.
He's wound up like a clock, John.
Okay, the boundary throw in, up they go. It's Wolf in the ruck. Ball comes to the ground. A scramble of birds. East Burwood will clear through Cook. He attempts to get a handball. Comes out to Featherstone, who shovels it out to McInerney. McInerney kicks towards the wing position. Ball's been punched. It's still in play. On it comes Coughlin. Handballs at the Leeds. Leeds finds Diesel, I think it is. No, it's was Diesel. He kicks short and it lands into the hands of Spencer. And Spencer is out there looking for Keneally. He should take the mark. He does. And Deer is standing on the mark there as we see Keneally go back for the kick. Looking for the Leeds. Story's there. He kicks it long down the wings. And another fine mark taken there by Chris Lee. He'll put the East Burwood side into attack. He shovels around the mark, kicks onto his left foot, looking for the players up there. It's Duncan Ford that was in front. He didn't mark. The ball comes down and kicked off the ground by Cook. It's gone out of bounds, but I think the umpire has paid a free kick.
Yes, that's been awarded for kicking it in danger there, Doctor.
Be taken by
Darren Lincolns. Lincoln's number 2 for Vermont on his right foot here. Long drop punt in front of the members' wing, looking for Leeds. It's knocked away from him onto the ground, and Bain thumps it towards McCormick on the boundary line, but it dribbles out there in front of the Vermont coach, Peter Kennedy, for a throw-in. There's a fair crowd here today, Uncle.
Good crowd. They were expecting 7,000. I think more like 5,000 will attend this game.
I counted 3, but Leeds gets interfered with in that ruck throw-in there. His East Burwood opponent, Featherstone, got into his back. Left foot kick looking for Big Laurie Deer in the centre of the ground. Misses him. The ball bounces free for that East Burwood player, and It's up in the white direction. Sean Fury's on the ground from the bounce. Stevie White handballs to himself, knocks it across to Sean. Sean Fury on his left foot lines up Dwyer on. Oh, he's dropped that mark, which would you'd call a sitter. Anyway, battles on. Back to Shawnee Fury, and there's two of them on the ground. And the ball's pinned to the East Burwood player. I think that was Story, is it?
Peter Story. Was it 27?
17.
17. Well, it was
47. Sorry.
Yeah, Story.
Yeah. What's your story? Leeds and Featherstone. Featherstone wins it and rows it himself, but tries to break clear. He's caught now by Coghlan. That is not a good decision.
He is the umpire's favourite. Geez, he's looking fit out there, though. The Chief, 29 years of age. Kicks to the forward line. It's Carl from behind. Affects the spoil. The ball goes towards the boundary line. Carl will actually pick the ball up and handball towards Coghlan. Coghlan looks downfield and finds... Oh, no, it's Tudor he's looking for.
That's no
There will be a free kick paid there to McInerney, who shoots out the hand pass. Ball kicked to the centre half forward. Leeds, unattended, takes the mark. Now Leeds is looking for Leeds. As he runs around on the left foot, kicks to the centre wing. There's Harp Dwyer there. Dropped a sitter a couple of minutes ago. And good stock. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. Out of bounds on the centre wing. Rucks contest. Spencer in the front position. Comes around by Woofy, gets into the front. Handball comes out to Featherstone. Featherstone kicks long. He's looking for 22, which is Chris Lee. Ball comes towards the boundary line. Kept in play by East Burwood.
Well done.
Heavy shepherd there by East Burwood as the ball comes out into the free area. Coghlan chases. McCormick goes straight into the back and will be penalised. And a bit of a fracas there as we see the ball goes centre forward. Duncan forward into the back of Moss, and Moss will take the free kick. Going to be an interesting contest today, these two.
Yeah, they're both very good players. Moss is Vermont champion, and Ford is a very up-and-coming player. Looks for Deer with his kick, knocked away from him. There's 3 or 4 East Burwood players onto the ball first, but Bain and D'Angelo come in to smother the ball, and there will be a ball up there, almost in the centre of the ground. Sun just pokes its head through the clouds for 10 minutes, which is a pleasant relief. Harry Chew throws it on the ground. Not a good bounce. Won quite comfortably by Spencer, but roved by Stevie White, who kicks wide. And Lee, is it? Clegg. No, it's not Clegg either.
Yeah,
Keneally. Keneally plays on, gets round Cooper, kicks on his right foot wide, but good mark by Lee in front of Roy Carl that time. Goes round on his mark, should be play on, but it's not called. Kicks long in the Cook direction. Dwyer at the back, but the umpire's paid a free kick against Lincoln's by the look of it for a push.
No, I didn't see that. Lincoln's was at the back of the pack, but I didn't see the push. Maybe the camera will show us. Call me a liar, but definitely didn't see that one. However, it's done. And he'd be about 20 metres out. His angle won't be a problem.
He should kick it.
Lines it up, the umpire stands still. Yep, it's through. So that's East Burwood's first. And it was kicked, of course, there by Chris Tassick. And East Burwood lead at the 10-minute mark. Score. One
goal straight apiece.
Oh, right, okay.
So the scores are level at about the 7-minute mark of the first quarter.
So it's actually been playing 12.
12, has it? Geez, time flies when you're having fun. Chew has the ball again in the centre, bounces. Bad bounce again. Coghlan actually wins that, but knocks it straight to an East Burwood player. McCormick swoops on the ball, but can't pick it up. Johnny Diesel picks up cleverly, kicks it over to Tudor on the wing, centre wing position there on the outer side, and takes a good mark. Tudor on his right foot to the centre half forward area, looking for Big Laurie Deer, I feel. Wolf at the back makes a huge leap, but it's knocked away by the East Burwood player. He heads the ball and ducks his head, and it looks like it's going to be a ball up down here. It stacks on the mill, yeah, he'll throw it up.
Damien McCormick's got the role, the big role in playing on the Chandler medal winner, Clegg.
Doing a good job at the moment. Up she goes again. And I think it was Spencer. Knocks the ball straight out of bounds. Will be a throw in the Vermont half forward flank in front of the Dunlop Industrial Products sign. Umpire has the ball, throws it in now. It's Wolf to do battle with Spencer. Wolf wins this time to an East Burwood player though. Harp Dwyer picks it up, but handballs indiscriminately. Oh, there was another holding infringement there. Harmon's right, seems to be right on the spot here, and I think Dwyer got rid of the ball and was held afterwards. He has a free kick on the forward flank. The long left footer, this boy, and it looks he's having a deliberate shot by the look of it. He's on his left foot and kicked right to the square. There's Deer, Oakman, Leeds, they're all up there, but no one down to row, but I think it's smothered through for a behind, rushed in that forward pocket.
So Vermont in front by a point. They'll need to kick 2 or 3, be 2 or 3 in front of East Burwood at the end of this quarter, because that is the favoured end. We're waiting for the kick to come in by East Burwood as he kicks to the left half forward flank. Deer is in front position, but a strong mark taken there by East Burwood. The handball comes out, and again, and they've mucked up this time as the ball has been held. Umpire will call for a throw. So McInerney on the bottom of that pack as we see a bounce by Harmon. Bounce affected, taken, punched by Spencer. The ball comes out in open territory. Featherston punching it on. Matthew Edwards in the road. He swings around onto his right foot, looking for the lead of Oakman. That was Deer actually at centre half forward. The ball gets fisted away from East Burwood, paddled out again, and we see Cameron Bain going down to the ground there. The player on him, of course, was Mutimer. The umpire will call for another bounce, and there was a bit of shenanigans there, and the East Burwood will take the free kick as he kicks towards the centre wing, looking for and finding. That's Nicholson, the captain coach, and Nicholson will kick long up towards the wing. Carl in front and almost paid, and is paid, a great mark. Got a heavy job on him as well today. Disco Carl kicks the ball to half forward flank. No one there. Featherston takes the mark uncontested. Kick dropping short, but no leads as we noticed. 15-metre penalty against Coghlan, and we see Featherston kick towards the centre of the ground. Lee is there, contested by Leeds. Leeds punches the ball on. It comes through, and we find that's actually Vermont get possession. Gislingham, first time sighted today, punches the ball on. It comes out towards Cameron Bain, who skips it out to Stevie White. The ever-busy Stevie White takes a head-eye tackle and will get the free kick on the centre half-back position for Vermont, and looks for Gislingham. Gislingham, the dangerous Gislingham, kicks on his right foot, kicks towards the centre of the ground. The high flyers are there. Deer wasn't paid the mark. Comes out towards Diesel. Diesel kicks the ball towards Tudes. And Tudor will have a set shot. And that was good play.
Moved the ball well then, John.
They did move the ball well. The Gislingham has got to be in that play if they're going to have any show today. They cut him off in the second semi. We see Tudor now line him up. It's a good kick. It looks good. It might drop short. It looks all right to me. It's full points. That's their second. That's Tudor's first. A good play there from the back line by Stevie White, getting the ball out to Gislingham, and Gislingham driving him into attack. And Deer is being a bit of a headache for East Burwood at this stage.
Yeah, he is, I think, but they're starting to move the ball all right. Big fella, and when they play football like that, they tend to win the games. Thanks for that can of Coke, John. Chev with the ball in the centre again. Leeds wins the ruck convincingly, hits to Stevie White, who kicks down towards the centre half position, centre half forward position. Coghlan swoops on a good handball out to Diesel. D'Angelo on his left foot, short kick, but oh no, the East Burwood play got in front well there. Handballed out, Cameron Bain misses what he should have accepted, and East Burwood players get it away from him. Kicks on his left foot on the boundary line. Matthew Edwards with his opponent. I think he did get slightly into his back, but it was a good effort. It was lay down Mazaire if he'd have let him take the mark. Kicks on his right foot up to the centre half forward position. There's a holding infringement there against East Burwood. It's going to Sean Fury, I think. No. Roy Carley, ever reliable. On the back flank there for Vermont, in front of the grandstand. It kicks on his right foot, down looking for the big fella Laurie Deer. He's taken a couple of grabs this quarter. D'Angelo swoops it out, but he kicks. Spencer misses what he should have taken and handballs off. Puts Coghlan in the van here. Coghlan across to Gislingham. Gislingham will put this one right through the middle. Steady, he's got all the time in the world, and it's just put him down when Wizard gets hold of him in that position.
That was a fatal mistake there made by Spencer. Handballed into open man's land, and of course Coghlan was there. Unselfishly gave it over to Gislingham, who's second time he's had to kick on his right foot, but had no alternative and did so. And it didn't look like missing as called by Stephen. Okay, we've been playing roughly in this first quarter, just over 17 minutes.
That was a good step. Harmon with the ball this time. Harmon bounces it in the centre of the ground, leads against Spencer. Spencer wins it well, hits it down to forward, but it goes to the centre. Oh, it's a throw there. Matthew Edwards should pick up the crumbs. He does and gets his kick hurriedly down towards Coghlan, and the big fella Laurie Deere. He's proven a handful down there at centre forward. Offloads to Dwyer, who looks for Oakman. Bad bounce for Oakman, but Wolf should be in the box seat here. No, East Burwood bloke got there first. Kicks out to McInerney. McInerney handballs over the top to the running East Burwood player, who kicks up looking for Clegg. But McCormick in front takes a strong mark in front of the present Chandler medalist. Handballs off to the big fella Leeds, who gets on his left foot quickly, looking for Oakman. The lead's on there, but there's about 8 of them against Gary. He picks up well like Lockett. Kicks on his left foot to the centre of the square, and Spencer marks uncontested. Plays on, and he's caught. That is caught holding the ball.
Well, that's the second fatal mistake that Spencer has made in as little as 2 minutes. And I think Nicholson's going to have to make a move there. Drag him, or some sort of action anyway. But they can't afford to make mistakes like that in a grand final and get away with it. So we've got the free kick coming to Little Coghlan. Caught him, pinned him beautifully. Kicks for goal. It looks good. It's straight in. It's another one.
No, he's right on the ball today, Coggo.
4-1-25 Vermont, and East Burwood solitary goal. So we are right, Warren, that it is the scoring end. We have Spencer.
Statistician for this quarter, Warren Huntley, has got Spencer down for 2.
Special comments now to Barry Cadwallader.
Poor jockey was unfortunate. Couldn't hear the call from the umpire and was trying to read his lips the best he could.
Oh, it's a bit harsh. Chew bounces the ball in the centre again, leads against Spencer. Spencer hits it down. Featherston roves it. There's a great grab by Shawnee Fury. He's playing well on the back flank. Bit of a wild card, this boy. To the centre, and Leeds is just too good. Leeds takes a strong mark. He has a look around, gets onto his favourite left foot, kicks it wide looking for the runners. There's 3 out there for Vermont. Wolf picks up, turns right foot, left foot, goes wide to McCormick, who's running Clegg a merry dance at the moment, but just couldn't quite get there.
So it's a throw-in the half-forward flank position for Vermont, and right on top at the moment in this first quarter, 20 minutes gone, as we see the throw-in coming in. It's Spencer. The front position is Wolf. Ball comes out. McInerney will get it and kick to across the other side of the ground. The ball,
Danger there, John.
It does spell a lot of danger. There's plenty of time there for Cooper, who gets his right foot kick into having a shot at goal. It's a Vermont mark. It's Wolf. It's a great mark.
Cooper's first touch, I believe.
It's Cooper's first touch, but I tell you, the job that
100% effective.
Young Damien McCormick's got is a big task, and he's carrying it off well at the moment. Anyway,
a couple of interesting moves made here by the coach. He's put Laurie Deere at centre half forward.
Well, that's working.
Yeah, he's they don't know what to do on him. He's taken a couple of good grabs and he's contesting well there. If he doesn't mark, he's trying to hit it on.
Wolf should goal from here, this position. It'll be Vermont's 5th, and it's been a very productive first quarter in the 91 grand final. Wolf kicks and goals.
No mistake.
Straight through. So that's another good one. A good passage of play there. Cooper finding his man. I don't know whether he was shooting for goal, but let's say he was looking for the player in Wolf. As we see, nearly 21 minutes gone into this first quarter, and it's all Vermont at the moment. 5-1-31 to the one solitary goal kick by East Burwood, and incidentally that was from a free kick. However, we'll get back to the centre. Harmon to bounce. Interesting ruck, Jules. Spencer is in the ruck. Featherston is on the ball.
Both big fellas for East Burwood are on the field.
And Leeds, we see an infringement. It'll go against East Burwood, and Leeds will kick the ball well into attack and take a 15. So there's Spencer again. Third mistake.
Jock's had a bad quarter.
He'll kick the ball. The umpire's blown time. No, he'll have a kick. Kicks it long.
Bombs it to the square.
We'll just see who's there. Oh, Wolf nearly again. Ball comes out. He gets the handball. Oakman. Coughlin goals. That's through. And it's an avalanche of goals in this first quarter. That's the 6th for the quarter. We predicted a 3-goal win, but Vermont are playing all over East Burwood, and East Burwood got the jitters in this first quarter, making some very basic mistakes.
Quick hands by the captain for Vermont, number 1, Gary Oakman there. That time fed the ball out, and a good snap by Craig Coughlin.
Craig Coughlin at his best around goals, around the packs, in the bottom of the packs, and just doesn't miss those ones.
Very dangerous, naughty little man.
Extremely dangerous in September. As we see the ball coming back to the centre. It's all Vermont as we approach time on. 37 plays, 6.
Chew with the ball.
Ball comes out towards man in front. Man going for the ball will be paid the free kick. It's Cooper. Cooper now looking for the forward moves. Gislingham by himself. He elects to go long, and rightly so. Big Leeds is down there. He fists the ball away. It'll come out 2 East Burwood players. They're fumbling down there. Ball kicked out wide. Comes out towards Nicholson.
In his back.
And Nicholson will take the free kick.
Captain coach of East Burwood.
Nicholson kicks, looking for the lead from Big Duncan Ford, but he's got stiff opposition there in Moss. They both recover at the same time. Comes through towards half wire. The handball's out to Dotchy, who's running off Clegg. Ball kicked out towards the wing position. Players vying for the possession of the ball. Umpire will call for a bounce.
Cool. You've had to stutter there a bit, John. I'll just give you a spell. Get a bit of that Coca-Cola in here. Harry Chew has the ball on the wing. Throws it in the air in the bog heap there. Featherston wins it, but I think is that McInerney?
No, it's not.
Bowie, I think, gets a free kick there. Bowie on his left foot. Oh, looking for dangerous, kicking it anywhere near Dwyer. He's good in the air half. He's strengthened up a lot this year. On his left foot, looking for Laurie Deer at centre half forward. Kicks it. Oh, Laurie nearly grabbed the mark, but the ball hits the ground again. Stacks on the mill. East Burwood try to bash it out, but there's a strong play in there by that Vermont player. I couldn't see who it was. Clegg nearly got his first touch, but McCormick dived on the ball desperately and eluded him.
Showing a lot of desire, Damien.
Yes, I think he's got something to prove. He looks like he's hobbling a bit with that left foot. Anyway, Wolf in the ruck there against Featherston. Down on the ground, but Leeds having a rest from the ruck there on the wing.
Playing that kick behind the game, Leeds.
Marks another touch. Big left footer down there looking for someone. There's 2 East Burwood players on Gary. There's little Clegg picks up, kicks all widely. He hooks out around badly. Out towards the 2 big fellas. The East Burwood player there's in the front position, but Leeds is hot in his hammer. Oh, good blind turn by him that time. Passed off, but D'Angelo missed what he should have had. Sean Fury picks up on the right foot, kicks across the ground looking for Gislingham, and Edwards is backing him up there. Matty Edwards paddles it out in front of him, out on the true wing position, kicks on his right foot to the half forward line. Oh, he was in Deer's back that time, I think. But anyway, I think it's Nicholson. No, it's not Nicholson. Handball's out. Gislingham crunches into him. Whether it was through frustration or what, but he did clean him up, gave away a free kick down there on the half forward line. East Burwood player kicks on his left foot towards the wing. Carl's in French with there in my eyes, and same with the umpires, and gets a free kick there. The true centre wing position. Handballs around his player, which is not good play. Puts the Vermont player under pressure there, and it's paddled out again. Hit on bravely by Cooper, who put himself under the pack. Out to Tudor, who handballs it away again. Picked up there by the East Burwood player though. Kicks on his right foot to the wing, and I think that's Big Leeds takes a mark or the push. You pick it yourself.
That was Leeds. It was there. And Leeds will drive Vermont back into attack. Left footer again. Down to the half forward line. In front, Deer. Ball comes out. It's cleared by East Burwood. It's a ball gets paddled out towards another East Burwood player, and we'll just try and pick that player up. It comes out wide again. That's Story. Story hip and shoulders. Matty Edwards out. Umpire's paid a free kick there. And it is for a leg. And there will be 15 against Cameron Bain.
He's quick on the whistle, Harry.
Harry's very quick on the whistle. Centering kick. Looking for Cook. Cook should mark. 20 metres out. 20 to 25 metres out. Should kick this. The old campaigner, 33 years of age, weighing at 83, height of 181. Lines him up from 25 metres out. Dead in front.
Heavier than that. I reckon he's
Those
at
stats,
least 185.
those stats come to us from 1976 as Cook lines up, shoots for goal. It's a wobbly kick. It's offline. One behind. That's their first for the quarter. 1-1
there.
difference, 30 points. 117 to 6-1, 37. 27 minutes gone. We've just been told.
Camera operator.
Links kicks the ball, looking for Harp. Harp takes the mark.
Having a fine day so far.
The lead from Coughlin, he ignores it, and he goes long looking for Deere. Deere's in scintillating form today. Takes a great mark, proving a big headache for the East Burwood defence. Kicks right-footed, looking for Wolf.
And
Ball comes out, East Burwood will clear. It's
got one on the ground. Picks up.
who's that out there?
Tudor's tackled the East Burwood player well there and forced another ball up. There's Johnny Nans, the former Vermont champion, walking through the crowd there, looking like Inspector Gadget still. Harry Chew throws it in the air again. It's Wolf against Featherston. McCormick's on the bottom of the pack. Clegg throws it out to his East Burwood teammate, and Big Laurie Deere, he's got sticky hands today. Kick short and wide, looking for Richard White. Richard, who played such a good game when he came on last week, kicks on his right foot, looking for Gary Oakman, who he's in fringe with, but Coughlin at the back there should crumb it. No, bad bounce for him. The East Burwood player picks up and kicks wide to the half-forward flank. Edwards there first. Oh, he's held without the ball. Should get a free kick, but no, the umpires decide to throw it in. They're driving it down there enough times, big fella.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a fair amount of rain. The clouds are looking pretty awesome up there. And a 5-goal lead would be pretty handy, I'd reckon. There's a siren. So at quarter time, it's a 30-point lead to Vermont. 6-1, 37. Leading East Burwood 1-1-7. And I'd say that's a pretty handy lead. I think the problem with East Burwood that quarter, they had the jitters, I think. But Vermont played great football.
Well, yeah, it was a good team effort first up there by the Eagles. They attacked the ball hard and they attacked the players. Spencer had the jitters there. He gave away a couple of free kicks, or one free kick, and made a bad blunder by handballing wide, which enabled Vermont to capitalise in goals.
No, I haven't. Second quarter underway. Vermont leading by 30 points. This will be a big quarter. Spencer back on the ground after 3 big mistakes in that first quarter. Umpire bounces, leads against Spencer. Leads, I think, gets a knock. It gets knocked on, and Diesel will kick on towards the centre half forward, but it's all East Burwood. And we'll see a 15-metre penalty. We'll see a 15-metre penalty going against the big fella there, Laurie Deere.
He's pumped up today, Laurie.
Extremely so, and that's Gleeson. Kicks the ball. Man ran over the mark.
He did call play on, though, I felt.
Man ran over the mark, and it'll be another 15-metre penalty. So as long as they're picking up their players down the field, Gleeson hoofs this ball. It's a new ball too. Infringement down there. The umpire calls play on. Comes to Story. He'll pick the ball up and try and keep it into play. Ball is still in play. Vermont will clear. Comes out towards Bain. Bain's first for the ball. Clegg's on his hammer, and the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
Good play by Bain then.
Left half forward, flank for East Burwood. Second quarter, Vermont leading by 30 points. Throw-in. And in the ruck is Leeds and Featherston, both vying for front position. The ball comes out. It's Cooper that's underneath the ball, underneath the pack there. It'll go out of bounds. Coughlin sees it out of bounds. And we'll see yet another throw-in on the left half forward flank for East Burwood. Same two in the ruck, Leeds and Featherston. Featherston front position. Leeds will get the tap, looking for Diesel. Ball comes out. Umpire will call for another ball up. Lincoln's, and I think that player there is Featherston, as we see a throw up this time. So a throw up half forward flank. No one touches the ball. Comes towards Damien McCormick. He gets the ball out. Featherston will get the handball out towards Keneally. Keneally kicks left footed, and an easy mark spilt there by Leeds. As we see another ball up. It looks a bit heavy out there, Stephen.
That side of the ground is certainly heavier than the grandstand side. It's chopped up. They've tried to put sand on it to dry it up, but it hasn't worked really. It's very boggy. That Leeds hits down to Cooper, who dives on the ball and tries to hit it our way just a bit more, but the ball's gone out of bounds for yet another throw-in down in that half-forward flank for East Burwood. Leeds against Featherstone again. I think it was Leeds who got the tap down in front, across to Cooper. Cooper's got nowhere to go, so he kicks for touch. A clever kick that time by Cooper. Clever kick. And gained 30 yards in that little incidence of play. Thrown in on the true wing position. Featherstone against Leeds again. Leeds again wins the tap. Handball's down to Cooper. Cooper this time's got someone to kick for. He kicks looking for Laurie Deer, and his sticky hands. He hasn't dropped one yet, touch wood. Big number 60, Laurie Deer, takes the mark. He kicks it looking for Wolf at centre half forward, but there's two up for Vermont. Oh, Tudor intercepts brilliantly across to half Dwyer at centre half forward, who gets on his left foot and just belts it home. That's great work by Stevie Tudor.
That was just what the doctor ordered. A handy 6-goal break 3 minutes into the second quarter. I don't think even Scotty would have been expecting that, but they must go on with it. It's a very important quarter. Call for the doctor and keep kicking them goals. Waiting for the centre bounce. I just noticed Stephen Schilling's there. We'll have a word to Stephen before the end of the quarter. In regards to that, not a sudden death playoff, but back again next week for the reserves. Bounce up. It's knocked out by East Burwood. It comes towards Lincoln's. He kicks long right-footed, straight up in the air. Deer goes for the punch, hits Sutherland as he attempts to punch the ball away. It comes out. East Burwood will go into attack through Keneally. Handballs over to the big chief. He ducks and weaves, then kicks onto his right foot. It's a long kick. He's looking down there towards Cook. Ball's punched away from him though. East Burwood have got the ascendancy there as the left foot kick comes in, but Moss will take the mark in the last line of defence. Moss shoots out towards the left back pocket, finds Cooper. Cooper being damaging in this quarter as he kicks the ball, looking there towards Cameron Bain. Ducks the tackle, play on, he'll get the free kick and advantage paid as he kicks the ball towards Wolf. In the Stephen Ellis and Wolf, umpire will call for a holding man decision. It'll go to Stephen Ellis.
That is a disgrace.
And a 15-metre penalty. Ellis looking for Leeds, kicks towards the half-forward flank. In front is Vermont. Fury looking for the handball to Cooper, finds him. The ball comes out towards Lincoln's. He's tackled without the ball. Keneally's in front position, disposed of. Ball comes to Cameron Bain. Cameron Bain now kicks long. Ellis is in front position. Ellis will look for the lead. And a great mark. Oh, well, it's paid to D'Angelo. That's who I saw took the mark. Angelo handballs over towards Gisingham and left foot kick towards Edwards. Edwards handballs on to Dwyer. Here comes the running Dwyer. Shirks handballs over towards Tudor. Tudor weaves and kicks onto his right foot. It's a lovely kick. Oakman hasn't had a touch as yet. 1 point. 1 point.
Jude's proving more than a handful there on the half-forward flank. Fullback kicks out there short. There's a loose man on, but Oakman's onto him. Gets there just too late. Gisingham spoils there in front of the coach's box. Sutherland picks up, gets one too high, or a trip, was it?
Too high.
Let play on, but I think it's Carl in front there. Off to Edwards, who kicks short, but oh no, Keneally's in front there, and that was a poor kick by Edwards. He had 10 yards. Keneally picks up, kicks on his right to the half forward area. Oh, that's a push in the back. Harmon saw it but didn't pay it. Cook, he just gets a dream run, kicks a huge kick to the forward pocket. Carl there handballs out, but it's intercepted. On the ground, it stacks on the middle. Clegg down there, scoops it out to his teammate who kicks on his left foot short. They're running everywhere, these East Burwood blokes. Story's caught and cleared by Vermont. Featherstone runs back but nearly falls over, but butters up well and takes a good mark. He's played on, but the umpire said no. Onto his right foot and kicks across the ground virtually. Oh, and there's a good play there by, I think it was Lincoln's. He's having a good final series. He's awarded the free kick there. It's relayed back to him. He's got options. Laurie Deer's run across the centre there, but no, I think he's going to kick across to the wing. There's Coghlan. Dwyer's leading now. Looking for Dwyer, I think. Kick falls short. Carl punches away. And the two East Burwood blokes pick up. onto his right foot, has a ping from 40 yards out on the flank, but the ball's hit the post. There's a bit of bad luck there, John.
It's a bad bit of luck there. 1 point is it's a decision. Moss will kick out, goes in short to Cooper, playing the loose man in defence. Cooper nowhere to go, decides to go across the ground, across the face of goal. He'll kick short and find, I think, looking for, Diesel, and D'Angelo will take the mark. And a 15. We're going to be consistent. It'll be 15. No, it's not. He plays on, looking for Carl. Carl kicks the ball to no man's land, but sorry, Tudor's there. It's been intercepted by Keneally. Gets a handball out. It's all these Burwood. Another handball coming out towards 37, who is Mutimer. Mutimer finds the pass. Mossy affects it. Umpire will pay it as a throw. No, it's not. It's Duncan Ford. And Mossy now will kick into the other side of the ground. And Laurie Deer's there. He tries to punch the ball on. Ball comes out towards East Burwood, clears it through Spencer. He shrugs the tackle, goes for the hand pass, finds Mutimer. Mutimer kicks to the right half forward flank. Up they go. Cook in the back will get a free kick. You can back that in. There's no sus kicks there for Cook. As he kicks the ball left-hand side, it's a big, strong mark to Spencer, is it? Duncan Ford it is. And he should kick this one. Only point-blank range. Moss standing on the mark. Ford, recruited from Forest Hills. Point-blank. This year. Should goal, and does. And that takes, we'll get a score check. We've been playing for nearly 9 minutes into this second quarter. 7-2, 44 East Burwood, Vermont to 2-2, 14. So it's a difference of 30 points, the same as at quarter time. And as I said, we've been playing 9 minutes into this second quarter.
There is a bit of a breeze out there, but Cook certainly gets a good run from the umpires, but he is an opportunist. Whenever he touches a ball, he always puts it to the East Burwood advantage. Chew bounces it again. Spencer and Leeds, they nullify each other this time, and the ball hits a deck, picked up on the ground, but a smothered kick again. Fury in there, gets a kick out, doesn't go 10 yards. It's grabbed by the East Burwood player who kicks it down the direction of Stephen White for Vermont, number 9. Oh, Clegg comes over his shoulder, but Clegg hits it out to forward, is it? Story kicks towards the forward pocket, but it's a good smother by Lincolns. He spoils well, but Stevie White picks up looking for Cameron Bain, and Bunny's got the front position there, keeps it in, handballs it away and still held. Have to be blind Freddie not to see that. Plays on immediately. He's got Cooper and Gislingham. Cooper marks in front. There's got to be 15 there. Yeah, the chooser, he hasn't paid it, but he's not sure what he's doing, neither am I. Looks for Gislingham, who's in front by a mile. Giz will put this to our advantage somewhere. He kicks it long towards, looking for Laurie Deer. Laurie Deer, it's at the back, but Stevie Tudor in front takes a strong grab. He's right on the boundary line in the forward pocket here, right in the sandpit. Kicks to the point of the square. There's Leeds and there's Wolf. Wolf from behind takes a huge leap, but doesn't get it. Picked up by Dwyer. Dwyer on his right foot, which is not his natural one. Oh, Laurie Deer's nearly held it, but Oakman and Deer on the ground. They're battling for it. Hits it out to Gislingham, who kicks it. It lands in the square. Wolf up again, but it's punched through there for a behind.
Got a mighty leap there, Wolf. 1 point, so it's 31 points the difference. We'll wait for the ball to be kicked in by Vukic. And Mario Vukic finds the lead, looks and finds Featherston. Featherston handballs on towards Nicholson. One tap on the ground, kicks the ball towards the centre wing. Punch not affected there by Lincolns, and it's an East Burwood mark. And Stuart Cook will take it. Centre wing. Grandstand side. The big right footer kicks the ball. Man in front, Matthew Edwards, marks. Looking for a lead. Short pass. Umpire's blown the whistle. For what reason? He brought him back 15 metres. So we've had a few 15-metre penalties in this game in the second quarter. As we see Edwards now looking for a kick to the centre wing. Deer the punch. Ball comes out. D'Angelo, front position. Tries to get the ball out. It's picked up by Sutherland. He screws the ball out of his right foot. Dwyer takes the ball off an East Burwood opponent. Coughlin's running and kicking long to centre half forward. Ball comes out towards Tudor. Playing a good game in this grand final. That's a great kick. What a great goal that one was. It brings up their 8th at the 12-minute mark. And it's all Vermont in this second quarter. 8 goals, 3, 51 to 2, 14.
A great running play there by the Vermont players. Coughlin just in blistering pace, received the handball off the Tudor, who just picked it up and threw it on his feet after having a look and kicked a great goal there against the breeze. He's in hot form, Tudes, today. Going to prove a handful for the rest of this game. I think the East Burwood line should be making a few changes here, but anyway. Leeds versus Spencer. Leeds clearly this time. White hits it on again down towards Featherston. Featherston doesn't know whether he's just paid a charity, I think. Should be taking it off, this bloke. Story. Story, he's handballed off over towards Keneally. Keneally on his left foot looking for the chief, but Moss at the back punches the ball 15 metres over the boundary line safely. Ford had the front position there, but Moss came over the back strongly and cleared the ball in his traditional manner. It leads down there again in the rock. I can't pick the East Burwood play, but it's... Oh, there's a free kick to Lincoln's missed. Scrumbled out there to Carl, who handballs off. Coughlin's free, but D'Angelo kicks. Oh, just a little bit late there, Laurie, and Spencer takes a good mark. Spencer on his left, a horrible kick, but they might be all right, East Burwood. Oh, D'Angelo gets legged, tries to find Coughlin on the ground, but she stacks on the mill in there. Between the centre and the centre half forward position for East Burwood, kicking with the win in this second quarter. Harmon throws it in the air, leads down to Stephen White. Stephen White can't get rid of it, but it's picked up by Sutherland and kicks it. Cooper is in front, and if that's not 15 yards, there is two different sides. Yeah, he's paid it now, I think. No, he hasn't. Cooper's ridden into the ground by Sutherland, Duncan Ford, sorry. Cooper kicks, looking for Dwyer, who is playing in front. Harry Chew was the officiating umpire, but Harmon stepped in and paid the free kick to him. Dwyer, who wears number 3 for Vermont on his trusty left foot, kicks along the boundary along to the wing, looking for Deere. Deere, who fists it down. D'Angelo finds it. Picked up again by Deere, who's playing like a raver to his big fella, Leeds, who gets rid of the ball. Oh, D'Angelo gets his head taken off, kicks it towards Oakman and Wolf, and it's punched away from Gary. Oh, that's a throw by his player. Who picks it up? Who's that player? 40.
Yeah, it's Gleeson.
Gleeson to the true centre position again. Oh, he's taken one bounce. Keneally on the left foot. Got no one to kick to. There's Fury and Big Moss there for Vermont. Over to Moss, picks up over to Fury. Fury on his right foot kicks, looking for Cooper, who's made the space. But Bain has to move for him to find him. Over to Gislingham, back to Cooper again, looking for him. It's hit the ground. Oh, great play by Cooper, just kicks it on. Bain dives on the ball, and the two of them struggle for it. Cooper's suffered a blow here, but I think he'll be all right.
Yes, McInerney copped Cooper then in that incident play. He's proving a headache in defence there for East Burwood, Cooper. Gislingham will get the ball. Ball kicked out in a pack. The umpire will have to ball this up surely. Yes, he will. So handy lead to Vermont halfway through this second quarter. As we say, the throw up, it's Featherston in the ruck. Leeds doing a great job. McInerney will get the kick. It's smothered. Balls come out. There's a free kick. It's going East Burwood's way. For what, I don't know. He hasn't paid the advantage. It'll go back. And it was an infringement by Coughlin. And this is Gleeson who'll kick the ball into a tack. Runs around the mark. Kicks the ball, centering it into the guts. Up in front is Hart Dwyer. Will be paid the mark. This is Dwyer. Looking for leads. Oakman's been quiet at this point of the time. Ball comes towards Tudor. He takes the mark. He is the form player of the finals, this boy. Tudor looking for leads. Wolfie is the man in question. Wolf gets up and takes a great mark. Had his name on it from 20 metres away. So Wolfie will line. Looking dangerous down there in the forward line. Lines them up. There's a bit of a melee there in the goal square. Oakman in front. Spencer, the ball comes clear. It's out of bounds on the full, I feel, and that was Nicholson. It's not the job of a captain coach to be making mistakes like that.
Oakman's been felled. Oakman's been felled. That's a bad mistake. Coughlin's got it. Oh. It's back towards the centre half position play, but anyway, McCormick's held without it. East Burwood players are diving on the ball. But they're having a crack at Oakman, these players. Won't do them any good. He's too good for that. Here we are at the half-forward position for Vermont. There's a ball up. Wolf Deer, but they both hit it to the East Burwood player. It's picked up by Featherston. Harry, you are a cheat. He's let that go, played the advantage, and it's kicked down towards the centre half position for East Burwood. But Fury picks up the crumbs at the back. There's Richard White and Craig Gislingham. Gislingham marks, switches play to the other flank immediately, looking for Leeds, finds him. Leeds stops, goes back. Lets the players get set. Sends a mark by Oakman here. Looking for him. He's in front and punched away. But McCormick swoops on the ball, can't control it, but bottles it up there. Chew is like lightning on this whistle. Says it's his ball, he's got it there. He tells the players he's going to throw it up. It's a throw up there. Wolf hits it down. Oh, and looking for Richard White. He's over the top. The elusive Coughlin just picks it up. Oh, he's just missed that.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see the attention paid on open by 3 East Burwood players. As view kick, which was one of them, Spencer from behind, dastardly act as view kick kicks towards the member's side. Infringement there against Leeds, not paid. The ball comes out East Burwood and they will clear the ball again. This is Fox that's on the ground. Fox kicks towards another East Burwood lead, and it'll be taken there on the right half forward flank, kicks the ball into the centre. Ball comes out towards all East Burwood. That's Frater. Frater, a long kick, offline, 1 point. And Mossville will kick the ball into play.
Very good standard of football today, John.
It's a good standard for grand final. We haven't seen East Burwood throw their might around as yet. As we see Moss looking for the leads, ball comes out. McInerney. East Burwood will get a kick towards goal actually, and he's paid a free kick there, right in front. This is Ford who's got the ball. Against Moss, I'd like to see that one again.
I think he paid the mark.
Did he pay the mark, did he?
I'm not sure, I can't work it out.
Anyway, Ford should goal from this. Ooh, and just. So, there's another goal to East Burwood. Difference now being 31 points.
It is Vermont 8 goals, 452 to 3 goals, 3, 21. 31. 21, but who cares? It's fed back to the centre. Harry Chew has the ball again. He does like hogging the play, Harry. Ball up. Leads up. Wins the contest, but Spencer hits it down. Or Fury's held without it. Allowed to play on. McInerney kicks looking wide. Fury's in front and takes the mark. I think it's Sean Fury. Is it Fury down there? Yep. Kicks long to the wing. It's a swarm of East Burwood players there, but Dwyer in front. Oh, he's thrown that out, the East Burwood player, onto the ground. D'Angelo swoops on him, and it's resulting in another ball up. The crowd are very quiet at the moment. Leeds misses a tap out there, but it's socket off the ground towards the East Burwood forward line. Cook picks up and is dispossessed well. Off the ground socket, but Moss in front. Takes a strong grab. His opponent Ford just steps over him. Moss gets up off the ground. He's got a couple of options. The Deer's running up the centre. I think he's going to look for Deer. Kicks it in his direction. White's in front. Deer spoils a lot, but there's too many up, and the East Burwood player picks up Story. Short passes in, but I think that's Moss in front again. Ever reliable. They're crumbing the ball well, these Burwood.
It's cool, calm and collected as ever. Andrew Moss kicks the ball looking for Roy Carl, another cool customer. Ball comes into a pack, the umpire will ball it up. So we've played in this second quarter 22 minutes, 22 and a half as umpire throws the ball up, leads, gets it, it comes to Carl, he looks for Cameron Bain. Tap on, there's Vermont everywhere. He should handball over to Stevie White, hospital type handball. McCormick comes in, kicks it, kicks wildly, out of bounds on the full, and a free kick to Keneally. And Keneally is kicking on the wing.
Through centre wing.
Looking for leads. Luke Keneally kicks the ball into the half forward line. It's all Stephen White.
Yeah.
Takes a fine mark. Received a bit of pressure there from Freighter as White now a game will wait. It's a kick and mark game at the moment. Short pass. All Keneally. And it's I'll kick it to you if you kick it to me. Keneally centres the ball this time. Up they go. The ball comes down to the ground. It's Vermont that clear the ball. Gislingham gets the ball out towards D'Angelo. D'Angelo kicks the ball onto the half-forward flank for Bain and shows all the courage that's requested of him. Ball comes out and out of bounds. Richard White arriving on the scene late, and the umpire will throw it in.
A lot of strength shown by Cameron Bain then.
A lot of desire for the ball as we see the throw in. Carl will contest. The ball gets thumped out to McInerney. McInerney right foot kicks the ball. It's going to fall short to Stephen White. Stephen White taking a couple of marks. He decides to play on. Takes one tap on the turf. Kicks the ball across the other side of the ground to little Coughlin. Coughlin's has got time to swing around onto his right foot boot and find half Dwyer. Dwyer now will play on, shoot the handball over the top towards Richard White. White now, great shepherd by Oakman, lines the ball up, the ball falls short. In the way is East Burwood, who are first on the ball. Wolf receives a trip and will be paid. And that was there.
Great shepherd by the captain, Gary Oakman, then he took the
Yep.
fella out then.
So
White had his kick freely, but it was smothered. It was a great endeavour shown by Gary.
So Wolfie now will line this up. This will be his second for the quarter. And they don't come easy in grand finals, but it's looking very, very promising for Vermont at the moment. They're playing great football. Umpire's blown a... Now this is interesting. Fox did run over the mark there. Umpire's picked it up, Harmon. He's called for a result of whether it was a goal or a point. And it was actually a point, so he'll get another kick from dead in front. And that's costly. They're making costly blues down that last line of defence. So we'll just see. He should put this one through. But Fox did definitely go over the mark in that point of play. Doesn't miss this one. It's through.
Harmon was right on the job there. He did run over the mark and he picked it up instantly. The Fox tried to challenge him, but Harmon was right on the mark. Gave Wolf the opportunity. He shouldn't have missed the first time, but he made no mistake the second. It's certainly given Vermont a handy lead. I think the wind's dropped down a bit in this quarter, but if you're playing good football, it doesn't matter which end you kick.
We're seeing a disciplined side playing a very nervous side, I think.
Yeah, they still got a bit of the jitters. They've moved Featherston back onto Deer, who's dominated the centre forward position for Vermont. It took them a fair amount of time, and they've put 22 on the ball with, who's he?
Chris Lee.
Chris Lee, right, on the ball the same time with Spencer. But anyway, the ball's out there and it's handballed out, and McInerney,
Yep.
balks, he gets round, Cook shepherding for him, handballs over again to the running East Burwood player. He gets in his left foot. It's a good kick, but there's the ever-reliable Carl there. Takes the mark and handballs off towards Leeds, who just sockers it over towards, I think it's White. White, who kicks up looking for McCormick. McCormick hits it onto, he's got into his opponent's back, according to Harmon.
He was stiff there, Steve. It was all eyes for the ball there.
Yeah, McCormick, he's playing a good game, but he's given away the free kick. I think it's gone to... anyway, he's kicked it towards the centre half. Big pack there. Ball hits the ground, picked up. Leeds Soccer's off the ground again. I think that's Edwards just bust through the pack with sheer strength. Big Laurie Deers putting in the long strides here, gets across to it, picks it up well. and kicks, hi Dougie Miller, and kicks to the forward pocket. Tudor leads in the race for it, picks it up, nearly one-handed. No show pony stuff there, it was just all endeavour.
He's got a lot of confidence about him, Stephen Tudor, in this final series. It's very heavy conditions down there, and he went for the one-handed, but one-hand pickup, playing a good game. And Deer is in the ruck against Spencer, and Deer gets a tap out to Cameron Bain. Cameron Bain feeds the ball on, but East Burwood will clear in the ascendancy of Fox, who again finds Chris Lee. Kicks the ball up towards centre half forward, the ball's punched out. Vermont will clear, and that's D'Angelo, who kicks the ball high. So Rainmaker, Clegg's underneath it, will mark, just short of the centre position. Tudor standing on the mark as Clegg will look for one of his teammates down ground. Kicks the ball, up they go. It's punched down to the ground. There's a siren for half-time in a quarter, which I think Vermont remained in control. Half-time, there's a scoreboard there for you. 9-4-58, Vermont, East Burwood 3-3-21.
Just summing up that quarter, John, I think Vermont showed they have more endeavour for the ball. They played a good disciplined quarter of football. There were backmen sticking to their opponents, the forwards making the space there and getting the dividends on the scoreboard. Wolf took a couple of grabs, kicked a couple of goals. Laurie Deer still playing well, I believe, across the half-forward line. And there you have it. I felt that. What's your summary, John?
Yeah, I think Vermont more experience and more know-how of playing these sort of games. So I think you'll find a very interesting second half. Vermont on top at half-time. Welcome back to the Bayswater football ground for the second half. I was going to say it's the last Saturday for the RDFL, but we're back again next week for the reserves. But anyway, another story. We hope to have Stephen Schilling along in the next 10 or 15 minutes. The story here at half-time, Vermont leading by 37 points. As we pick up play now, the start of the third quarter. Umpire bounces the ball. It's punched away by McInerney. Comes to Fury. Fury kicks, smothered. McInerney will get another crack at it. Attempts to handball. The ball comes out. It's Keneally who gets it out towards another East Burwood player. Kicks it long towards the wing. Up high is White. The ball comes to the ground. The umpire will call for a bounce. It's umpire Chu. And he'll bounce it on just wide of centre wing. More like closer to centre half forward. The bounce. Up they go. Bain taps the ball out. Punched on again by Gislingham. Ball falls free to Cook. Cook's kick is smothered. Comes out towards the centre of the ground, and there's Harp in front for the ball. It's Keneally that gets it. Clegg is tackled. Gets the ball out into the glue pot, and his opponent, McCormick, kicks the ball, looking and finding Johnny Diesel. Johnny Diesel kicks the ball down to the half-forward flank. In front is Ellis. The man in the question at the moment is Tudor, who's under his tail. Comes out towards the boundary line, out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in.
On the full.
Umpire's called it on the full, and Featherston will kick the ball in. On the mark is Deer. Featherston has gone on to Deer just shortly before half-time. Ball lands in towards the open spaces, and on top is Lincoln's trying to get rid of the ball. Cook is on top of him, and the umpire will call for a bounce. So a bounce. No score in this third quarter as yet. Just underway. Spencer and Leeds. Ball comes out East Burwood's way. They have possession, and that was Stuart Jones, who was on the ground. The umpire will call for yet another bounce. Leeds.
You might throw it up here.
He will throw it up. It's Leeds and Spencer. Spencer all over Leeds. Ball doesn't fall free. Spencer picks it up, trying to get rid of it. In there is Coghlan, and she's a bit of a quagmire there. The umpire will call for another throw. A throw up from umpire Chu. As we see Leeds in contest with Spencer again. Ball again. It's kicked out of the pack there, and McInerney will get the handball out wide towards Cook, who seems to be on the ball. Fakes an attempt to a shove in the back. Ball's picked up there by, that is Stuart Jones. Comes out to Matty Edwards, who gets the hand pass out to Cameron Bain. Reasonably quiet. Gislingham, right-footed kick. Sends the ball looking for a Deer. The ball comes down to the ground. In front of the pack there is Nicholson, the captain coach. Paddles it out backwards, and there we see Gleeson can't dispose of the ball. The umpire's going to have to call for another bounce, and he'll do so. And that's on the right half-forward flank for Vermont, grandstand side, and Vermont leading by 37 points. Matthew Edwards directing traffic there in the foreground. Cleggan with him is McCormick. As up they go, it's tapped down that time by Deere. Again, a scrimmage of play, and the umpire will call for a ball up. This is umpire Harmon. This is the 1991 grand final.
And up it goes again. Harmon throws the ball. Deere flies high, gets a fist to it, but too late. It's broken clear. Bain in the front berth there. Tries to pick it up, but there's two opponents on him. Oakman's a long way out of goal. He's up right there with it. The East Burwood player kicks around the corner. Cook tries to hit it on, but Gislingham, he picks it up and he's hit by a brick wall. Finally gets it out. Leeds, screws it back, but it's smothered. The East Burwood players are running down. They're streaming. He's run a mile, this guy. Moss and Ford has a front berth and takes a comfortable mark. They had runners that time, East Burwood. Ford goes back. He's probably 35 metres out, dead in front. Should have no problem with the distance. Kicks it, but it drops short. There's plenty of Vermont players there. Leeds marks. Yes, it's paid to Leeds. It was a great mark by Leeds. He handballs across to White in the forward pocket. White takes one touchdown on the ground. Two. He's got Coughlin on the inside. Steadies, has his kicks towards the wing. There's a big pack of players there. Cook for East Burwood marks. Handballs out. Bain tries to smother. It's broken loose, but it's kicked off the ground and luckily finds an East Burwood play. Played the advantage. Moss taps it out. Beautiful play that time. Who hits it on to Cooper. Cooper doesn't know what to do. Handballs over the top to Edwards. Back to Cooper. Cooper grabs it in one hand. He's got nowhere to kick it to. Handballs it off to Dwyer and takes it back himself. One bounce Cooper. Fumbles. Gets on his left foot and kicks it. Just dribbles it up the ground. There's Tudor up there by himself. He's got three to beat. Runs straight at him. Ellis kicks. There's Dwyer and there's Keneally in front. Keneally comes round onto his left foot and centres the ball looking for Cook. Lincoln spoils, but Gislingham starting to find a better touch. Swoops on it, kicks it wide looking for Wolf and finds him. Great running lead. Gislingham, he's just a class act, this player.
Cook's got plenty of energy. It's Wolf that's got plenty of energy down there in the forward line. Kicks it, it's off line. It'll be an East Burwood mark. The big chief will take the mark. Last line of defence. Short passes and fines, or there'll be a free kick there anyway. And there's a free kick there going to Doug Gleeson. Sorry, it wasn't Gleeson to get the kick, however. Ball comes up, Leeds goes for the punch. There's two desperate Vermont players there. Cameron Bain, umpires paid it Vermont's way. Yeah, I couldn't see anything there. It'll be Lincoln's that'll take the kick and the short pass and finds young Craig Coughlin. One hell of a naughty boy, Craig. Kicks the ball up forward, looking for the big guns. They're not there. East Burwood in front, and that was Gleeson smothered. Tudor lines up, goals. And as I said earlier in this commentary, this man is turning into a lethal weapon.
Oh, it was a great smother by Cho. I think he smothered the ball himself, regained it, and just saw they were sitting in front of him and belted it home. He is more than a handful down there for him.
It's amazing. They've got Oakman. 3 or 4 are giving Oakman plenty of attention, and it's leaving these running type forwards easy possessions down there in the forward line.
Oh, it's not easy possessions. He's earned them all, but
well, he was
capitalised on each one. Leeds misses a tap again, but it's shark by East Burwood. It's it in. Lincoln's goes in hard. McCormick taps it on to the advantage of Laurie Deere, who picks up cleanly. A good handball across to Cooper. Goes short looking for the number 1 captain. Oh, and finds him. If that was an East Burwood player, it would have been 15 as well. He did throw the ball back incorrectly. It was a torpedo manner, not a drop punt.
This is Gary's first kick for goal, actually.
His first shot. He wearing the short sleeve jumper this half. He trying to get a suntan, but he's lining up from probably 40 to 45 metres out, dead in front. Traditional drop punt fades away, but Sutherland, I think it was, took a mark uncontested in the end. Fed off, but he hooks it back. Clegg's there, takes a mark. Very quiet to date. McCormick's run over the mark according to Chew, and is awarded a 15-metre penalty. Anyway, Clegg goes short, but there's Leeds and Spencer. Spencer in front, but Edwards roves the ball well, breaks the tackle and kicks on his right foot. Deer's up there. Bain picks it up, or throws it over to Coughlin. Coughlin couldn't handle it, but the quick kick away by, I think that was Ford, over towards the wing where Dwyer picks up uncontested. He has a good look on his left foot, centres the ball. There's a pack of players there, breaks loose, and McInerney handballs again to the centre. I think that's Nicholson, is it? He's nearly caught. Carl takes a great diving mark and gets a little bit of a detention, and the smiling assassin decides to play on straight away. Kicks on his right foot and is felled after the play. Harmon, I think, if he's playing that, should report him, but after last week, I don't think he'll be game to go up there.
Again, undisciplined play by Chris Lee this time, and I think
Lee or Badrock?
that was Chris Lee, and we'll see a free kick. Is it going to be downfield? It is. Young Cameron Bain will take it. Will he? No, it's not. It's Mr. Wolf.
Mrs. Wolf's little boy.
Lines up. Kicks in a goal. The umpires, it might make it. It looks like it could be through. No. Poster. One behind. So East Burwood have got to do something in this quarter. At least it's better than the second semi-final. Vermont have scored this second half. Kick into play. And Spence will take an easy chest mark. Feeds on the handball. Clegg handballs it over towards Lees. Kicks on his right foot. Up forward and finds that was Fox, sorry, finds Lee. Lee kicks right-footed onto the centre wing. Moss in front, can't take the mark. Butters up beautifully. Kicks left foot. Long one up towards the centre of the ground. Gissingham's there. It comes out to McInerney. McInerney, big long right foot kick. Looking for and not finding, but the ball's come out. And Fury is justifying his selection today. Kicks on his right foot. Puts the ball out towards the Deer. Deer can't take the mark. It's in a pack. The umpire will call for a ball up. And it will be that on the between half forward and centre wing.
He's very competitive today, Laurie. I was in the rooms at half time. He's very committed to play.
Very pumped up. The ball up comes out to Coughlin, the ever busy rover for Vermont. Paddles it out towards the boundary line. There'll be a throw in. And we've been playing in this third quarter. We've been playing up to 10.5 minutes.
Over on the Vermont half forward line, between the wing and the half forward flank for Vermont, it's thrown in. Ruck duel there. No one wins it decisively, and it's hit straight to ground. I don't know what he's done here, but there's a free kick East Burwood's way. I didn't see it. Gleeson on his right foot kicks towards the centre. Edwards at the back spoils, gets Dwyer in the front position. Fury coming through from the back, picks it up, and his man's just shrugged off. Fury gets on his left foot looking for Tudor, and Tudor picks up. Oh, he's copped one high. And that was not a tackle. I think that was a deliberate swipe through frustration by his player. He's just running him round in little circles.
Just keep playing the ball, Vermont. Short pass, looks for and finds Harp Dwyer, who plays on brilliantly. Shoots for goal, it's coming back. Is it in? It's there. The two fists up in the air. It's another one to Vermont. Great play, Tudor. Great mark, great anticipation, Harp Dwyer. That puts the score on at this stage to 11-5-71, I think that is. Is that correct?
11-5-71.
3-3-21.
21.
And we've been playing nearly 12 minutes into this third quarter. And that is great play. That forward line is wide open.
That is football. Tudor and Dwyer combining well. Harmon bounces, high bounce, won by Spencer, who hits it twice, 3 times. Roved well out to the little fella Clegg, tapped on there. Oh, great tackle laid by Sean Fury. Helps him smother the kick. Moss is in front here, picks up handballs to Lincoln's, across to Edwards. Running Coughlin. There's Coughlin out there and there's D'Angelo. Coughlin takes the mark. He plays on straight away with his superior pace. Gets on his right foot and booms the ball towards centre half forward. Oakman, too strong, has nearly taken the one-hander. Tudor butters up. He's handballed across again. The umpire has adjudicated a free kick, and I think that was Deer. It was Deer. Belts it home.
Well, this is unbelievable stuff, this is. It's champagne football. There's no flair and there's no front-running football. It's just going for the ball and putting them through, and that's what's happening out here today.
A great combination by the veterans of the side, starting with Moss at the back line across to Edwards. Coghlan threw it down there. Tudor walking out to Deere. There was a free kick paid, I think, to Tudor, but the advantage paid, and Laurie kicks his first major for the game, I believe. Our stats man, Warren. Yeah, Spencer 2, big fella Deere 1. Bounced again in the middle, tries to break free. Richard White's in there again. He started on the bench this quarter. Good handball across to Dwyer. Dwyer across to Coghlan. Coghlan should go back to White. He does. Dickie White turns onto his trusty left foot, looking for the lead by Wolf, but it falls short. Handballs it across to Oakman. Oakman turns on his right foot, has a snapshot, and I think he's kicked this. He has. Goal, Oakman.
Great goal. It was a great running down there from the half-back file. Sorry, just short of the wing by Dickie White. Set it up looking for Wolf. It fell short, but Wolf was quick to give the ball over to Gary Oakman, and that was a great goal. And that's really making it hard for East Burwood. And Vermont look, strangely enough, they look supremely fit compared to East Burwood, who've had the week's rest, but again, we talk about resting in high-pressured games.
You can never lie back on your laurels. Thanks, Laurel. Harmon has the ball in the centre, throws it down. Good bounce, straight in the air. Leeds wins it comfortably to McCormick. McCormick to Gislingham, a hurried kick. Tudor in front of his player, onto his right foot, kicks it high towards the pocket. There's going to be a pack of players there. The East Burwood bloke is in front. Down towards Coghlan on his right foot. He has not kicked that. I would not have doubted him to get that. It's a specialty of Naughty Craig's to kick those goals.
Something tells me this is premiership football. As we see the kick in by East Burwood. We just trying to pick up play there. It comes out and they'll clear the ball. Matty Edwards hot on Cook's heel as he kicks it towards the centre wing. In front there is Story, but that's another story because he gets it over to Lees. Ball comes down and Carl will effectively clear the ball into the Vermont's forward line. Cooper will take the nice mark on the chest. Half forward flank, right hand side. Looking for Leeds. He's found a short pass here. Is it effective? It is. Big Gary Oakman coming into the play this quarter. Lines them up. It's a long kick. Wolf is taking the mark on the left forward pocket. Shooting into goal now. Played a good game today. Had a good game last week. He should kick this. He's been a great acquisition to the club, the loss of Peter Rickey. And
not for looks wise, but yeah, Gary passed that ball well. He centred it, played on, and Wolfie hasn't let him down to date. Lining up deliberately from 15 metres out on a fairly acute angle, but he's in a bog hole there. He's sort of taking his time, which he's entitled to, because he obviously wants to steer with this one through the big sticks. Lies back on it a bit. I think he's put it across the face. No, it hasn't. The goal umpire out-stooged me again. And that's another vital goal for the Monts, which will take them to 14 goals, 690 points to 3-3-21. It may look a cakewalk, but it's a grand final and anything can happen.
90 to 21. That's a big difference. That's 69 points.
How many?
69.
Did you say 69?
I did. It's a big difference. And they are a mile in front of East Burwood at the moment. And the state of the play sets the pattern up. Gislingham, right foot again. Kicks the ball long. Who's down there? No, it'll be rushed through for a point. Peter, Woofy, that's a great goal. They cannot do anything wrong. That's great play. Woofy's second goal in 20 seconds that came up. We've played nearly 17 minutes into this third quarter, and it's all Vermont. It's half a cakewalk at the moment. Well, there's a lot of football there.
They are playing good football. It all started in the middle again. Leeds to Gislingham. One of the finest combinations you will find in this league. Straight out of the centre. Quick play down there with the assistance of the breeze. The hurried kick carried back in the centre with Harmon. He bounces it straight again. Leeds this time again wins it to an East Burwood player. Clegg picks up. No, he overruns it. Laurie Deere picks it up like a rover. It dribbles the kick, but across there. Sean Fury at the back. Oh, he waited that time. He did. I think there was a bit of a misunderstanding there. But anyway, picked up by East Burwood. Kicked it across. Stephen White and Cook. Cook the stronger and more experienced player did take a good grab that time. He probably will have a shot from him. No, yes, he's steadying now. I don't think he'll get the distance. A breeze still is favouring the Vermont end. He's hooked this one right across the face of goal, going for distance, and the result is a minor. It was 2 in 18 seconds, Warren. We timed it. Moss does have the ball at full-back. Ever reliable. He's looking for a lead. Dwyer's out on the defensive side. He's gone short, though. Edwards on his own. Takes a comfortable mark. Edwards across there to Fury. Fury in the bog hole. Should go down the centre now. He does. Richard White's there. Oh, it's all over him like egg. But anyway, it's picked up by D'Angelo across to Coughlin on his left foot. And it's a good kick for him on his left. Up there, the ball's punched away by Ellis and kicked short. Kicked in there. Keneally, was it? Keneally, the 2-2s. Lincolns and Cook. Lincoln's butters up better and dives on the ball. Tries to hold up. Cook is all over him like a rash there. But Lynx did well then. Nullified his opponent and results in a ball up, which gives him a 50-50 chance.
Okay, the throw up is Leeds wins yet again. Ball comes out. The East Burwood will clear. But a fine mark taken by Roy Disco, smiling assassin Carl. He go back and roots the ball into that very hot forward line. That he does. Ball comes out. Featherston from behind. He'll pick the ball up, butter up. He'll take a free kick there for a head-high tackle. And he'll go back and take it. Deer procrastinating with him as he kicks hurriedly. Left foot. It's another East Burwood mark to Cook, who's playing a good game today for the old time. He's the oldest man on the ground. Cook now. Right foot kick into the wing. D'Angelo, but it's an East Burwood mark or free kick, whatever you like. We'll see play transverse towards the centre end of the ground. Fury from behind, ball's punched out, comes out towards Lincoln's only man going for the ball. It's a handball pass there from Bowie. Ball comes towards Harp. Dwyer takes an easy mark. Dwyer kicks the ball left foot. Nice mark to Gislingham. Spencer again. Deer
Remonstrates with him.
And we see Gislingham kicks the ball into the full forward line. That man Tudor, that hot man of September, takes another mark.
Well, his final appearances in the last 3 or 4 years have been nothing short of sensation.
This man is caviar material as he lines them up. Wait. Shouldn't miss this. Lines up, comes in. Kicks for goal.
Big right.
It's on its way, it's there. It's home. It's another one.
And how did you see that specialist comment here?
I just missed that one, mate.
Okay, well, he wasn't watching either, but that was a great roost by Tudor. He's played a sensational game, roving that half-forward line. That mark of Dwyer's under pressure, relayed down the ground, but they are playing with poise and skill. Deer at the moment is playing loose. He's walking around the centre-half back position. Leads in the centre again, wins it by a mile, but hits it straight down to the East Burwood's little fella. Stephen White's poised to take this and he's spoilt. Oh, they've awarded a shepherd to... Yeah, Sean Fury probably did hold him out. Anyway, it's gone short here. Deer's there and he's spoilt just at the right time. Edwards is in the van here. There's Edwards. Breaks a tackle across to Moss. Moss to McCormick. McCormick short pass to Dwyer, who holds a grass cutter. Featherston tries it, comes in late. McCormick runs off, but I think he's got to go to the centre towards Leeds here somewhere. He's got nothing out in the flank, Dwyer. There's a bog hole in front of him. He's looking now for Leeds. Leeds is there in the front position, but it's carried him. I think it was Spencer over the back's taken this mark. He doesn't know where to go, but he just belts it up in the same direction. It's kick to kick here. I think McCormick's in the box seat. Yep, he's picked it up, has an attempted kick. Clegg and Dwyer are wrestling on the ground, and it's reputed there's another ball up.
Something tells me that second semi-final defeat has been the right medicine for Vermont because they're miles in front of East Burwood today. Deer in the ruck. Taps the ball out. Ball comes towards Spencer, was it? It picked up shark by Harp Dwyer. Dwyer kicks Reeds on the ground. It's out of bounds. I don't know whether it was out in the full. It is. Ellis will take the free kick. It's good to see QB Reid on the ground.
Carl's been injured and taken off.
Terry, right, so Carl is off the ground. Keneally takes the short pass mark. He elects to play on and kicks down towards a lead there from Bowie. The ball comes out, didn't take the mark.
Wire in the front position.
Fury in there, desperate. The umpire will call for another bounce. So there's another bounce. Matty Edwards in a good passage of play before. As we see the ball coming out to the umpire, Harmon, and he'll elect to throw. Up they go. Coughlin in the ruck, something you don't see a lot of. Ball comes out towards Matty Edwards. Handball's out to Gislingham. Swings around onto his left foot. He'll kick. He's looking for a position. There's no one home. Featherston will take the mark. Reid on the mark. Featherston short passes the ball. Finds Keneally. Keneally now will drive the ball long. They need goals, East Burwood. Deer takes the punch. Comes out towards Cooper. Sharks out the handball towards Stevie White. Stevie White kicks the ball down to the half-forward flank. There doesn't appear to be anyone home. Reid goes for the tackle. It's going to be cleared by East Burwood as they kick the ball towards the centre-half back position. And Clegg misses the mark. Wolf playing a great game over to Matty Edwards. He balks a tackle. Handballs as he falls to the ground. Comes out to D'Angelo. D'Angelo can't get the ball. Spencer tries to do too much. Looks a bit of a head-eye tackle there on the camera, but we'll see if... I think that was there, actually. We'll see a free kick to Spencer. Spencer probably wouldn't have heard the whistle, but he kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground.
Is that Moss?
It is that man in question again. About to play in his 7th grand final with a hand pass out towards Deer, who's playing a great game. Deer breaks the tackle and kicks the ball up towards the full half-forward flank.
There's a lead in the race for the ball there, but in comes Aikman, sharks it well and hurries a kick looking for leads. Big leads, he's having a rest up there, but the two East Burwood players do well and across to Featherston, who kicks over to Keneally. Keneally standing by himself there. Hasn't got much of an option, but he handballs his inboard and kicks looking for the direction of Clegg, but Clegg's too slow. He hits it back well for his player, who runs up and soccers off the ground again. They're running hard this time, East Burwood. Picks up one, but good pressure by McCormick. Shovelled out again from the boundary line. He's kept it well in play that time, and they've run us a merry race that time. They just battled the ball all the way up the boundary line.
That's Chris Tassick.
Tassick has a kick. Been very quiet to date, but he's got a set shot in the glue pot here from probably 30 metres out in a 45-degree angle. On his right foot, kicks, but it's across the face of goals and not the distance. But Harmon has decided to pay a mark to the Vermont player who did have more hands on the ball than anyone else. Yes, the umpire's called it. Wolf playing on the ball now, kicks in his right foot from the back pocket, looking for White. White, yes, he's held the mark too. No, Harmon's paid it against him. Is that Fox?
No, that's, it's Bruce Fox.
Fox with the ball. Bit of a mismatch. White's in front here, and it looks like he passed it to him. Cook was late on the scene. Got Gislingham out wide, who probably won't let him down. Kicks it long. There's a couple of players there. Dwyer with strength across to Edwards, who's run down the ground from the back pocket, across to D'Angelo, who's held without it, but the ball spilled free. Picked up again and looking for the short pass, but he's found Cook. They have picked the work rate up a bit, East Burwood. Some Wonga's driven past and an old Myers van. Cook's still got it though. It looks like he's having a deliberate
Myers
shot.
Van worth 2.5.
2.5, I thought it without Reg.
No, I saw the current...
It's 29.90. Okay, on his right foot. He hasn't made the distance. It's in the square. There's a pack of... Oh, Moss. Moss, you're just too good. Spencer, with frustration, threw him to the ground afterwards, but Moss, as we all know, saves his best football for finals. Taken a great mark there in the goal square. They're under a bit of pressure here, Vermont. They've stopped. They've been kicking with the wind, and East Burwood are doing all the attacking for the last 5 minutes.
I disagree with you there. They're doing it easy by the look of it. Moss feeds off the hand pass from Cooper, and look at that for a great mark to Richard White. Dirty, as he's affectionately known, will get the ball on the centre wing and look for the short pass, looking and almost finding, but he'll get the free kick as Darren Lincoln's.
Pushed
Lincoln's elects to play towards the half-forward line. Ball comes out. It's spewed out into the ascendancy. Vermont will get possession through Oakman. Oakman sharks a handball out to Neil Reid. Neil Reid tampered with there. We'll get the free kick.
He does his first kick in it, first possession.
First possession, left footer. Easy mark there for East Burwood. It was off the slide of the boot. That was Peter Nicholson, the coach. Nicholson now kicks the ball towards centre wing. Up they go. Story from behind. Fury, from behind.
That's another story in itself. And there's the siren for three-quarter time. Vermont did have a good quarter that quarter, and with the advantage of a slight breeze. I believe it's dropped in the last 15 minutes, Uncle.
Well, it's an 80-point lead to Vermont. It's 16-6, as you can see the scores there. 16-6, 102. East Burwood 3-4, 22. And only God can help East Burwood at three-quarter time.
He may be good, but I don't think he could do it. There we are. Summing up for that quarter, they just were more desperate, more skillful, and more committed, and got more of the ball.
We've got our next champion of the club here, Peter Bevan. What do you think up till three-quarter time?
Well, I think that East Burwood are more or less finished.
Thank you, Peter. And signing off till the start of the final quarter.
And you'll see us again then. It's goodbye from...
Okay, we're on last quarter. It's an 80-point decimation at the moment.
Can East Burwood come back? That's a question I'm asking you.
Well, they can whittle the deficit down a little bit maybe, but it's been the Vermont show today, and as we said, whilst the commentary was off air before, there's some blokes out there running around playing their 7th premiership. They talk about Collingwood and a premiership hangover. We're looking at a side that's about to play 4 on the trot.
Back to back to back to back. Never been done.
That's a lot of backs.
I think we're going to see, yeah, there's 4 of them. I think we're going to see it history made today.
Well, we wait now. We're ready to start the final quarter, 91 grand final.
As the sun beams down on Bayswater football ground.
It's good to have a bit of sunshine at this place, I can tell you. Spencer with a punch. It comes out, the running play there from Vermont. Ball comes out, McCormick gets a hand pass. Are they playing the advantage? They are. Gislingham kicks the balls to the forward line. Gary Oakman received a lot of attention earlier in the game, but just the man to do the job. As he lines them up, he'd be 50 metres out from goal, 40 metres at most, sorry. Kicks to goal. Almost pulled in a screamer. Lines them up, 1 point.
Strong hands by Gary that time. He's taken his time to get into this game, but he's making his presence felt. The large frame of the obese one. Kicking out there. Wobbly drop punt. McCormick in front, but he's a little bit short one end. Fox is marked and kicked on his left foot. Wide again. Featherston playing the Rovers role with Deer hot in his hammer. Featherston runs round and kicks long. Oh, Lincoln's and Cook. Cook butters up better. Drops on his right foot. Good pass there, but it's sharked at the back by Stephen White. Ever reliable. Across to Lincoln's. Handballs away off to White again, I think. And he's found Clegg, the forward flank for East Burwood. Onto the right foot quickly. Centre forward position. Oh, the big fellas go up, but it hits the dirt. Down again, handballed across. Oh, there's a fumble there, uncharacteristic by White. Stephen White, that is. Up there, and Gislingham, who's just, the longer this game's gone on, the better he is. He's not the second best player in the league. He's the best, this bloke. Onto his right, left foot, up towards the centre. Oh, young Dickie White, who played a rattler of a game, I thought, last week, coming in from the bench. Takes a strong grab there. Dirty Dick handballs off. Back to the Wizard on his left foot. Hurried kick. Laurie Deer tries to hit on. Does the right thing, but he missed it. Down there, Keneally on his right foot goes wide out there. There's Edwards and... I can't make... Oh, McInerney. Edwards runs out of bounds, I think, and it's a throw-in.
Well, I suppose it's early at the moment, but I know for a fact Peter Kennedy will be pretty happy with his troops today. They've done a great job out here at Bayswater. Throw-in coming in. There's still a bit of work to go. They're only 3/4 of the way through it. But what a job they've done on this East Burwood team today. Leeds looking for the punch. It's won by Spencer. The ball comes to the ground. In comes little Coughlin, a busy little rover. Still in possession of the ball. Looking for the hand pass and finding Dirty Dick. Dickie White now swings onto his right foot, kicks the ball into the centre, looking for Wolf. Wolf kicks the ball up towards the forward line. In front, Oakman screws around onto his right foot. It's a long kick in towards the goals. Tudor's got the ball. Hand pass, brilliant. Neil Reid can't get the ball.
Great tackle.
Ellis it was. The ball comes out to Mutimer. Ball picked up there by Clegg. Clegg out again towards 15 as he kicks the ball up towards the centre wing position of the ground. Out comes, that's Nicholson. Handballs onto Featherston. Featherston, long kick. They're in attack now, East Burwood. They need a goal. They don't score it. They only kick it behind.
And they've had theirs kicked today, I think. And here we go. That was a good passage of play from East Burwood. It's the only offensive move they've made in about 2 quarters with any purpose. But anyway, it's kicked in. Leeds at the back, tries to punch. Ball hits the deck. Richard White, he got into the side of his opponent. The umpire deemed it his back. And hence I can't see that play down there. His number's reflecting in that sunlight, or is it your forehead, John? Anyway, he picks it up and kicks it towards the square. Oh, and there's a strong grab by the East Burwood. I think it's Featherston, was it? Or is it Ford? Drunken Duncan in the goal square here. Leeds is looking tired, and I don't blame him. He's had more touches than a girl at a Jewish...
I wouldn't like to be having a drink with Duncan tonight, I can tell you.
Duncan, undrunken, lines up 15 metres out on a slight angle and puts it through. The crowd are ecstatic. Listen. They have gone berserk. And now for a change of pace, we'll have a special comment from a player who used to play here, a supporter who used to support here, and he's just walked up at the end of the game. Trevor Morris, how did you see that goal, Trevor?
I didn't see it, mate.
He's gone home. Used to play football here, didn't he, Trevor? And his brother won a best and fairest one year. Anyway, it's back in the centre with Harmon. Harmon bounces, leads, the tired leads, missed the ball and it swooped on down there. Kicked down into the forward line again. I think that's Ford. He's taken another one. 2 in less than a minute. Big Duncan Ford. Looks pretty happy with himself here. It's the only bloke got a touch in this quarter, but it's back over there. He's lining up deliberately. He should have no trouble with the distance with the breeze behind him. Takes his time. This is a bit of a run-on for goals here. Moss on his mark. Oh, he's taken a big divot as he kicked then, and just didn't quite make it. It's a behind.
Thanks, Stephen. 1-1 for East Burwood. The kick to be taken in by Vermont. Looking for White. White paddles the ball in front of him. Handballs it out towards Moss. Moss kicks with the left foot. Going down towards the wing. Dwyer's there. The ball gets paddled out of bounds. There'll be a throw in. And time is ticking away in this last quarter. We've played 6 minutes. Feels like about 20 minutes. Ball gets thrown in. Spencer's in the ruck. Leads. Been a great warrior for Vermont today. Spencer wins the knock. Comes out to Gislingham. He paddles the ball in front. He's got possession. Gets rid of it. Ball paddled out. It's coming out. It's going to be a ball up. McInerney tries desperately to feed the ball out, but the umpire's already blown his whistle. And we'll see a bounce on the centre wing. Scrimmage of players. It gets kicked forward for Vermont. Reid up for the ball. Can't take the mark. It's come towards Gleeson. Gets the handball out, but it's intercepted. Clegg about to pounce on the ball. McCormick, as always, right behind him. And they've paid a free kick, and it's going Clegg's way. He's done a great job on him, McCormick. Clegg will kick the ball down the centre wing. Up they go. There's an infringement behind play. It's against D'Angelo, and it'll be taken by Cook. Centres the ball. The ball gets out in the open space. Oh, no, sorry. Comes out towards Dickie White. Handball to Matty Edwards, who further hand passes the ball out towards Stephen White. Stephen White on his left foot. Looks for Oakman. But a great mark there, East Burwood. And that'll be taken by Doug Gleeson. Gleeson. Looking for options. Kicks the ball down to the half-forward flank, and A sort of an uncontested mark there taken by Fox. Kicks onto his left foot. He's looking for forwards down there. He can't find them. Fury punts the ball on. Moss grabs it, hand passes it out to Cooper. Been a tireless worker today. Handballs it further on towards Dickie White. Short passes the ball to his brother Stephen, who kicks the ball on into the glue pot. Here comes Stephen Tudor. Tudor kicks the ball long. Who's there? Gary. Not there. Gary's got second butter. Butter's up, can't get the ball. It's going to be a ball up. And a ball up on the full forward position. Forward pocket for Vermont. The right forward pocket. And I don't think that was necessary, as we see the punch from Spencer. Ball comes down towards McCormick. Feeding off Clegg. Kicks for goal. Goals. And that's all she wrote.
Goal, McCormick. Champagne football, that. Reid Oakman, a bit of authority down there. The tap was down, but off to McCormick, who made no mistake. He's played a good game. He's kept the Karen Chandler medalist down to limited opportunities. Wore him like a glove all day. Good goal to McCormick. He's back in the centre with the umpire there. Harmon has the ball. Sun's in his eyes. Oh. Down she goes. Leeds gets off the ground this time. He was 8 foot in the air. Coughlin missed the ball there. He was held, but tried to smother again. Moss, the strong punch from behind. Oh, good hard stuff by Edwards, I think it was there. Yeah, Matthew throws the ball back to the umpire. Good hard play by Edwards. Restricted East Burwood's opportunities. Balled it up. Deer in ruck with Featherston. McCormick picks out. Kicked that time out towards Dickie White. Richard picks it up. Dirty Dick on his left foot. Short. Looking for Oakman. Oh, nearly holds the mark. Tudor barrelled over, and the umpire saw it. That was silly.
Gleeson came in too hard then at the wrong time.
Son of Glee. Wolf's got the ball. Wolf's short pass is effective. It's found Gislingham at almost a true centre half forward position. Goes short again. Coughlin short. It's a poor kick, but Coughlin butters up well. Across to White, who goes short to Cooper, who takes a worm raper. Oh, not paid by the umpire.
He's a bit stiff there. I thought he had that, but it might have been a half volley. And, geez, we must thank the Bayswater Football Club and the EDFL for selling champagne in cans. It's sensational. Ball comes out towards East Burwood. They'll clear it through Nicholson. He's had a dog of a day. Lincoln's a great... Oh, no, nearly a mark, not paid. Ball butters up to Cook. Cook gets the ball out. Laurie Deer intercepts, and the ball comes out towards Dickie White. Busy as he was last week when he came on. Lincoln's held, not in possession. The ball will be cleared by East Burwood by Featherston. Featherston kicks the ball up towards the centre half forward. Running for the ball there is Vermont will clear the ball through Dwyer. Dwyer gets a hand pass out to Matty Edwards. Been very busy today. Smothered off the boot, going towards the boundary line. East Burwood, Reid it was actually. The ball's gone out of bounds. We have a time check, and we've been playing just over 11 minutes into this final quarter. And it's Vermont in a canter at the moment. Football's a funny game, but not that funny.
Hurry, har, har. Thrown in front of the East Burwood coach's box. Leeds wins it by a street. Tapped on again. Reid grabs hold of it, turns onto his left foot and kicks it up towards Tudor, but he's losing the race for the ball, but he dives on it with desperation. Handball's out to Clegg. Clegg back again. Quick right foot kick, but he's at Dwyer in front. He's taken 100 marks today. Battling still. Well, I might have been exaggerating. He's 98. Anyway, it's smothered down. Edwards picks up and tries to crash through the pack. East Burwood player knocks it on, but Featherston comes in and he's been legged, I think. The Chief, he's been scalped well and truly today.
Thank you very much. Featherston kicks the ball, attempts to kick the ball long, falls short, but there is a waiting man there, and that is Chris Tassick.
I disagree. I thought they carried.
Might have even been a pass. We'll give the Chief the benefit of the doubt there. He passed it to Tassick, and Tassick will line up.
Tassick was one of the danger players in the second semi-final. I felt, and he's
been quiet today. Kicks for goal. He hasn't missed that. He's put it through.
And listen to that crowd.
Just over 12 and a half minutes gone, and that's another one to East Burwood. We'll take a score check here.
17-7, 109 to how many? 6, whatever it is. 5-6, 36. Thank you, son. Around the ground, well, there's no around the ground. He's here somewhere, but the twos did draw. Harmon balls it up, bounces it in the middle. Spencer knocks it down onto the ground. His East Burwood opponent over his top, flung out into the middle. It's scrambly play. Ellis, I think it was, handballed out. Kicked up again by no, it wasn't Nicholson, was it? Thumped down by Lincoln's. Short kick in there, but is that Andrew Moss? Andrew Moss, yes. Andrew Moss kicks wide, looking for Gislingham, who is just running and running and running, and that's what he's done here. He's picked up, handballs over to Dwyer. Dwyer will go on his left foot as he does, looking for someone up forward. I think that is a free kick to Vermont. Yeah, Wolf was held. Couldn't get a good run at the play. Wolf on his right foot out, looking for the captain. Thumped down by Gary and back towards the centre. Oh, it wasn't taken. That could be a crucial blow. Cook comes through barging, but Gislingham again. Oh, across to Wolf who takes one. The Tudor handballs, but it's gone straight to Keneally. Reed tackles him. Ellis picks it up, I think it is. Handballs across to Clegg. It's a free kick, but it's play on by Clegg. Clegg goes, oh, and great play by the Vermont player. He put himself in anyway. Nicholson, one touch on the right foot, tries to centre the ball, and his player has taken the mark.
Stuart Jones. Stewie now looks for leads. None forthcoming, however. There's one now.
Leeds is up the other end of the ground.
And Featherston, the big chief, will take the mark. I don't know who they're clapping. I think it's who's come off the ground there. It looks like Damien McCormick has come off the ground.
Played a great game. Blitz Clegg.
A very nullifying game. Featherston shoots for goal. It's offline. Won't make the distance. It's punched and now to bounce it'll go. In this final quarter, we've played 15 minutes. We're halfway through it. And we've just been told there's more rain on the way. Punch out. Punch by Lincoln's. It goes back towards the boundary line where it came from, and there'll be another throw in.
I can hear the water on those champagne bottles being loosened at the moment, John.
So we have just on 15 and a half minutes. Throw in again. There's a free kick there. The umpire's paid it East Burwood's way. I didn't see it, but it doesn't say it wasn't there. Spencer will take it.
Jock Spencer.
I didn't see it and Jock didn't hear it. So,
but he did read it. Jock's got the ball. Not a bad stamp of a bloke. Lines up from the half-forward flank on his left foot. He's dragged that one across the face of goals for a behind. Brings us East Burwood a little 5-7-37 to 17-7 109. That is the scoreline. The Vermont champion, Andrew Moss, kicks on his left foot. It's long, looking for Leeds. Leeds gets off the ground again, but can't hold the mark. Quick kick in by the East Burwood player. Finds Lincoln's, who's kick smothered. They butter up better. I think Cook has the ball, but he's dispossessed. Fury out to, I think it's Cooper on that flank there. Cooper on his right foot chips a pass in, and there's a long kick. Gislingham picks up the ball. Gislingham runs, kicks it on his right, looking for Wolf. Wolf punches. There's Coughlin on the ground. There's 4 or 5 of them. Over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo's collared high, but Clegg picks up the ball. Off he goes again. Gets a handball off towards the centre. Oh, he didn't want it. Fox fumbled. Leeds tried to smother, but it's kicked down there again. There's a East Burwood player in front, and they have paid the mark.
Duncan again. Duncan forward. Oh. Ford should kick this. It'll be his third for the quarter if he does. But he's been well held when it counted by Andrew Moss.
What they call a face-saving goal.
17 and a half minutes gone. Ford should goal. And does.
Yes, consummately.
Straight through. So it's another one to East Burwood. But
the crowd diminishes by the minute.
Well, there's a lot of people leaving the ground, and I can see why. There's also a lot of people staying around. And to see this great side play its 4th consecutive premiership win. Been a fantastic effort. See Peter Kennedy over there. He's still doing the rounds as if he's 10 points down. It's unbelievable. Centre bounce. Leeds gets to the punch. Ball comes out towards Dwyer. Dwyer does the heavy tapping. Coughlin, very busy rover today, takes the mark. A little bit disappointed earlier, Craig, but great mark in front there to Chris Lee. And he'll attempt to put them in attack. No, he goes for the short pass. It's there. Handball out towards Keneally. He dummies the tackle, kicks on his left foot, looking forward, but Moss is in front yet again. Moss paddles the ball on towards D'Angelo. D'Angelo attempts to get the ball out. It's paddled out by East Burwood. Matty Edwards caught off guard. Richard White caught with the ball. Ball's spilled out of his hands. The umpire will call for a ball up. And that's the final quarter.
The sting has gone out of the game. It's just going through the motions at present. Ball up there, Wolf contest. Down to Bain, I think it was, who got the quick handball out. Oakman, tries to take a one-hander, but off to his little mate Coughlin. Over to QB. Neil Reid, number 31, kicks long and he's found Tudor. Beautiful kick, plays on straight away and just belts that one through. That was Champagne football from the Champagne football side.
8.5 minutes gone, and that just looked too easy for a grand final, that one. But full credit to the players. They're just backing themselves every time, and then that's the results that they're getting. They've played.
It'd be easy for a side to lay back and say, well, we've won this, let's just have a rest, but they're not doing it.
Nope, and they're still, I can see down there in the, they're still G'ing each other on, and there's plenty of work to be done before the finals. We've played 19 minutes, but there's still 10 minutes or so to be played, and they're not going to relent, and that's the way we like to see it. Wolf in the ruck. Ball comes out. It's a mark taken there by Fox. Fox now kicks left-footed up towards the centre-half forward position. Forward in front, but Edwards takes the mark coming in from the side, and a gutsy mark.
Cooper, one-handed.
Cooper's got the mark. Cooper's got the mark. He takes the ball up towards Dickie White. First bouncer gets to him. He's got options. He takes them. Handball over to Neil Reid, who's coming into the play now, which is good to see. Reid takes a short pass, and Deere takes the mark over to White. White kicks the ball up towards centre-half forward. Who's there? Snagger takes a beauty. He takes the mark of the day. That was a great mark. That was a great mark.
The naughty little boy.
Had to sit, and the little fella's taken the mark of the day. We'll line up. A goal would be appropriate as he puts it up.
I think he's planning on doing that.
He roosts the ball. Falls short. Just a frag. Oh, Spencer from mine. Will he be paid? Yes. Ooh. We've seen the mark of the day and the charity of the day. I think Gary had his hands on that as well. And just for a change, we're seeing a 15-metre penalty for what? I don't know.
For a black and white jumper.
Spencer kicks the ball. Wolf in the front position, goes the punch. Up go, that's Sutherland. Hand passes on to Lees. It gets fisted away again into McInerney territory. McInerney opts to go back onto his right foot. Has he got a left foot? Kicks the ball and finds Featherston, who will be paid the mark. Doubtful, but maybe there. Featherston's battled hard all day.
As McInerney, he's probably been his best player.
Kicks right-footed. Moss gets the punch. It's through for a behind. And that's another point to East Burwood. And Moss will take the kick in. We're just approaching the 22-minute mark of the final quarter.
Here's the writing on the wall. Out it goes to Cooper. Quick hands across there. Who's he found in the pocket? Across looking for D'Angelo, I think. No, Lincoln's picks up and has put it out in the full. They're looking pretty tired, these boys.
This would be the most convincing out of the four.
This is a huge win for the boys. East Burwood haven't stopped. The captain coach there has a kick and blazes away, if that's what you could call it, and scores a behind. No, it's been a convincing win. They came back from being
written off 2 weeks ago.
Written off, yeah, you're right there, Dr. John. Anyway, Moss kicks, looking for Deere at centre-half forward, but Spencer had the chance, but he dropped the ball. Across he goes to Ellis, I think it was, who kicks down there again, and There is a Vermont mark. Who is that player? Oh, no.
Maddie's got the free. Oh, Bainey, sorry.
Cameron Bain goes short for Lincolns, finds Lincolns just before the centre. Lincolns goes short for D'Angelo and finds him. Quick hands across to Edwards. Edwards on his left foot short, but it's intercepted there by
That was Buki.
Good player. Edwards there, still running. Committed player today, Matthew Edwards. Oh, good tackle there. Thumped on by Dickie White. He's made his presence felt. Out towards Featherston. Featherston and Coughlin. The big and the small of it, however you like it. And he's caught in possession. And there you go. David beat Goliath again. Had enough, I think, Featherston. He'd rather see the siren go. Coughlin, the Vermont champion, lines up there. Kicks towards centre half forward. There's 4 or 5 of them there, but Spencer should have held that. Kicks it down. Clegg gets a rare touch across to the centre there. A quick kick downfield, but couldn't hold it. Laurie Deere got a good hand on that and spoilt the flow of it. Picked up by Sean Fury. Kicked out wide. Matthew Edwards is running. He's been beaten by the Chief. He's a tired boy, Matty.
Well, there you have it. Sean Fury, first grand final victory in the ones. And you look at blokes like Moss, Coughlin, Oakman, 7. And it'll be a pleasure playing with them, I can tell you. Boundary throw in. It's ball comes to a bit of a pack converging there. We've played just about to hit time on. 24 and a half minutes gone. Time's ticking away. Time won't be a factor on this game, though, as Coughlin dives on the ball. He's played a great game. Ball will be balled up. Some tired bodies out there. It's not as boggy as it was in the second semi. It's not as boggy as the preliminary final, but she's still a soft ground. Spencer gets the punch. Ball comes out towards Featherston to Clegg. Ball, it's been intercepted there by Matty Edwards, and it'll be another ball up. And
Cooper off and McCormick back on. Full of feet, McCormick. Dr. Dodge. Ball up there on the wing. Thumped out of bounds again. Will result in definitely another throw-in. Thank you, Barry, for that. Umpire's blown time off.
It's got to be the most convincing premiership victory today.
I agree, they've buried this side. And Cook picks up, he's battled all day. And kicks it out wide in the Moss direction. Moss just pushes it over ground, quite content with that.
Nothing to gain to keep that one in play.
He's seen premierships won and he's seen them lost, and he's played in 7 of them. Thrown in there as the crowd is still streaming out of the ground. Taken by Fox, has a ping at them, and he's kicked it straight out of bounds on the full. Just going through the motions here, but as you said, I think this is the most convincing win of all. Written off in the second semi-final by a very good side. They've made them look mediocre to ordinary today.
I don't know what the training pattern of East Burwood was, although they have tried valiantly today, but it hasn't worked, whatever it was.
Laurie Deere takes it. Oh, he should have been paid that. He's played a great game, Laurie. He's another one of Keno's wild cards. Started centre half forward and just held everything. He's played a great game, Laurie.
Full credit must go to Pete, because he's certainly made the moves this final series to combat that second semi-final loss. There's Wolf, you see, get the ball out towards Cameron Bain. He'll short another hand pass over to Dickie White. Goes over to Oakman, who's running towards centre half forward. Kicks the ball, looking for Reed. Let's see if Reed can paddle that on. He needs to, he doesn't. Ball comes out towards Tudor. Great play. Leads, goals, point blank. And what are we going to see here? Umpire's blown his whistle. That was a great goal in the dying minutes of this 91 grand final.
The big fella could hardly lift his legs, but he made the effort then to belt that one through. Great play again. The captain, number 1, just streamed down the ground out of bounce, which is unusual for the obese one.
I think that that ball got delivered on the Bayswater Road.
The EDFL, in their wisdom, may have to find another ball. As the clouds descend on Bayswater Park as they have been for the last month. Back in the centre now. A lot of tired looking chaps out there. Leedsy probably one of them. Punched down by Wolfie, he's still got spring in his legs. So is the Chandler medalist Moss, the champion in front. Lincolns takes off, gets a handball across to White, who taps it on again. Laurie Dare gets yet another touch. Felled after he kicked it, and Richard White will take that. Out to Cooper, who came off, but he's back on now. Cooper looking for Oakman. No, Oakman's made the lead. He's still talking. Never shuts up, Gary. Wolf, at 10-2 by about 3 or 4. Spencer, who again has battled hard all day, has still got the chance there, and he's just playing his guts out. But there haven't been enough contributors for East Burwood, they've been outplayed. Wolf against Spencer again. Big thump by Spencer. White, no, that wasn't there. Attacked the ball, but it doesn't matter at this stage of the game. They've been outplayed and outthought on the bench. Kenos has made some good moves today. Over again. Get out of it. There goes the siren. There goes the siren in the 1991 grand final. 19 goals 7, 121 to 6 goals 9, 45. A resounding victory to the Vermont Football Club. Probably their most impressive win out of the 4 on the trot. Never been done before. The only sides that have been East Burwood, who they beat today, and Mitcham in the 80s, early 80s.
That was 3 in a row. This is the 4th in a row, as we said before.
Has been the biggest year for Vermont to date.
Well, I think we'll stay on air. We'll stay going. Craig Coughlin. You got him on screen now. Yeah, he looks like he's one tired boy as well. I think he's cramped. That's all it is. It's it's cramp. He's walking around. Great game. Busy little terrier that he is. Coops a long time. It's a fantastic side again. History has been made today at Bayswater, in the Bayswater bog. The champagne flows. It's another one. Blokes like Laurie Deere will be most happy to come to Vermont and be a part of this team. It's been there and it's been done. 4 in a row. Fantastic effort. A great achievement to the club, to Peter Kennedy, John Gunn. Fantastic. Sensational. We, as you can see, the champagne spewing out of the top of the crowd there. Leedsy, extremely happy. Played a great game. You look at blokes Leeds, you look at Coughlin, Tudor. Dependable. Dwyer.
Got stronger by the minute.
Cooper, the hard stuff. McCormick on Clegg, as we've mentioned before.
What a great move by Coach Kennedy.
Matty Edwards in the back line. And of course,
like a clock.
And of course,
the game did not relent.
Mossy. You go.
Usual game.
Gizza, the deputy vice captain. Stevie White, Richard White when he come on.
They've all contributed to
Lincoln's.
What's been a most memorable victory.
The Diesel, Johnny D'Angelo.
That naughty boy Craig Coughlin.
We've mentioned him. Cameron Bain.
Just say when you want to wrap it up. It's up to you guys. I'll keep rolling until you tell me you want to finish.
And we're going to keep rolling because this is what it's all about.
Got it.
There it is. There it is. And then, believe it or not, folks, that's in colour. That is in colour.
Full celebratory can, I think, Uncle John.
Can I have another can of champagne, please? Sensational stuff here today. It's in the background, actually. Stephen, what did you think of that 4 on the trot? Back to back to back to back.
It's a lot of backs, as we said earlier, but it is into the football annals. We all know it. We've seen it today. East Burwood, the second best side in the league, were made to look ordinary today.
I thought they were almost second division material, the way the game panned out. I think when the final scores, we realised something like a 74-point Was it 74 point deficit?
Was more than that, but you know, they were made to look ordinary. The guys were more committed. It's hard enough to get a side up for 2 years in a row. They've done it 4 times. It'll never be equalled.
We just got a man here, Brendan Cleary, called the under-18 games. Brendan, how did you find the game today?
Beautiful, beautiful. Immortality 4 in a row.
Immortality 4 in a row. Well, that is.
I've got a former Vermont champion here, Barry Cadwallander. How did you see the... Come over here, young Barry. Come over here, young Barry. How did you see the game?
I saw the game through 2 eyes, Stephen, and
They were both purple and gold.
they are always purple and gold, my eyes, folks, and it was a great win for the Vermont Football Club again. Congratulations to Peter Kennedy and the boys.
We're about to cross over to the festivities on the ground. So we'll leave you to the... Oh, here we go.
It's all happening and it's about to rain.
The rain held off for the duration of the game, which is was good to see for the 7,000 expected visitors that were coming to the ground.
If there was 7, the league would have said 5 and pocketed the $2,008 as per usual. But
I think this is an official EDFL tape, Stephen, so...
well, they can officially edit that part out of it, can't they? But here we are over at the medal presentation area. We can't really see from where we are. There's a lot of people over there. I don't know if we can get this on audio, but they'll all be over here. The victorious Vermont side meandering over. The flag that they didn't want to see us win has been won.
I think that's a bit harsh. I mean, everyone recognises the champion team. It's pretty hard to see the action. We're in a bad vantage point here at the moment.
They were worthy contenders, but not on the day.
Second best team in the competition.
Outplayed, outmatched, but certainly were the second best side in the comp.
I think that first quarter demonstrated how much experience and desire Vermont had of winning this game today.
I think the third quarter, I was in the rooms at half time when Coach Kennedy was talking to them. Apathy was not a word to be mentioned. The scores were level in his eyes at half time, and the premiership quarter had to be played in the third quarter. And that was the deciding factor of the game, I thought.
Well, that's fair enough, and that's pretty true, and especially, you know, at half time coming in after really outplaying East Burwood. I was going to say Scoresby. After outplaying East Burwood.
They did outplay Scoresby too, yeah.
They did outplay East Burwood in the first half of the second semi-final, and
failed to score in the second half of it. That
fell away, but
didn't happen. They won the game in the third quarter, I thought.
I think the job was done.
The medal presentations there now. Andrew Dwyer goes up. We can't see him from there. All I can see is...
Well, let's wrap it up. Chester?
Here we are. We've seen the medal presentation. Here they are, the boys with the cup, medals around their neck, looking supremely...
I think it's appropriate that Ditta leads the way.
I think he'd be moving faster than most of them.
There, you can hear it.
Here they come.
Here they come.
Here they come. Straight at it.
Cup being held by young Damien McCormick and young Stephen White. They look a happy side. And we can hear that song being chanted in the book. And aren't they a happy bunch? And did it. The happy victorious coach, Peter Kennedy. He shattered it!
How'd we do it?
Back to back to back to back to back.
Back to 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 back.
And here we are. The boys are all down here. And there is Jeffrey Cooper, who is nothing but a wipe. Andrew Moss. Andrew Moss, the champion Vermont player, 7 premierships. There is a lot of happy chappies there. Craig Coughlin, that naughty little boy. Charlie's just jumped in there.
Sensational.
Jubilant scenes here at the Bayswater football ground.
Yeah,
We're still firing.
we're still rolling.
Interview with the coach.
Interview with the coach.
Come here, coach. We got a quick interview with the coach.
Hey, coach, get a quick interview with you.
Come up. You gotta come up here.
There he is. He's
Go.
slopping it all over his face. Him and Cooper,
This will be an exclusive.
you've seen it first. Video movies.
Yeah, he's coming over there.
He's coming over.
Cooper,
Come on. Never a doubt. Yeah, we can't get any further.
get over the fence, boys. This is a first. This is a first, a one and only. A first, a one and only. We've got it here live today at Bayswater. We've got him. We've got him. Here he is, the premiership coach. Let's introduce Peter Cooper. Peter Kennedy.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm brand new, mate. A great win today.
Good. Yeah, it was fantastic. And no, seriously, the boys are just sensational today.
Set a precedent in the league.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we were 13 goals up at three-quarter time. I mean, who would have dreamed? You know, I suppose their wildest dreams think we'd be that far up. You know, everything went to plan. The guys just had a committed attitude. They were sensational. And
Some great moves by you today, Peter.
What was
Laurie
that?
Dare,
Oh, Laurie, yes, that was terrific. Yeah.
Sean Fury.
Shawnee Fury, yeah, we took a bit of a gamble there. As I said, everything paid off. Laurie to centre half forward. Leroy's got to take a lot of credit for that.
Damien McCormick took
Corgis,
Blake
yeah.
right out of the game.
Took him right out of the game, and Whitey's job on Story was terrific.
Yeah, couple of good moves there, Rex.
I thought the game that Shawnee Fury did on Bowie was it was just a real blitz job, yeah.
From Jeff Cooper, a dual Chandler medalist.
More important, mate, 4 fucking premierships.
It's a first. That's it. Well, that's it. It's his last game. He's going to be sacked up now.
The champion with the Premiership Cup for this year.
You bloody beauty.
Is there any
And-
reason he'll be retiring after this, Jeffrey?
No, he's got to play next week because he's eligible for the twos.
Only if I get Monday and Wednesday off training, mate.
Well, you can get Monday off. You'll be drinking with me. All right, that's all we have today here at Bayswater Football Ground.
And I just
great job done by the boys. 4 in a row, never been done.
Thanks, and I just want to say on record, if you can keep it going, you guys, fantastic job. Every year you keep coming up. You didn't come up real well in the second semi, and that's why I blame you two for our performance, because you didn't get home until about 11.
Thanks very little.
But
we'll
you did a
scrap
great
that.
job. Thanks
We'll
very
scrap
much.
Peter, one more question. Are you going to high society tonight?
Thanks very much.
I think that's all we'll have. The fat lady has sung.